Oh, they have a horse mask somewhere.
All right, everybody, let's try not to die immediately.
That's going to be impossible.
Yeah. Oh no, Homur got shot.
Everyone
Turned
got
into
shot.
stone.
No.
I held mine a while ago. Sorry, I gave up. Good job, Pedro. Good job, Pedro. But you did. You literally were the only one to bring it up. But, you know, whatever. It's cool, though. I mean, you know. Oh, really?
I usually have it open so that way I can actually read chat. Because I like the chat. They my bros.
Again, huh? You're either too loud or you're silent.
Pedro, stop muting your shit.
Let me link everyone to my webpage where I will be rehosting your stream for money.
That's cool, right?
Let me just reroute this through OBS.
Oh yeah, you just got affiliate, right?
Oh yeah.
Congrats.
I'm very hot. Hang on a second.
Congrats on something that's not very hard to get.
Hey, hey, hey. That's exactly what I said.
I heard your mic.
I had a conversation like that with Peter earlier. Mary?
Yeah.
Nope, can't hear you.
Okay. All right, I have changed it thusly. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear you now.
All right, I want to check our volume real quick. So I'm going to say something, followed by Evie, followed by Josh, followed by Brian. So my volume is like this.
Hi.
This failed pretty bad. Hey, what's up, Everett?
That are at a monotonic volume.
Hello, my name is Brian.
Hello, my name is Brian. I'm the only person with anything to plug.
I think I'm a little louder than you guys in the chat. So we'll try this again. Maybe about right here.
Maybe.
More words.
Thank you.
So words.
Yeah, I'm going to call it there. If you guys think that I'm not... If you have any volume issues, let me know. Brian giving jazz hands, letting everyone know on the sidelines that he's ready to go.
Someone said hello to me. Specifically.
Oh, I thought you were jazz handings off to the side, like the screen, like...
No.
I don't have it.
I mean, little column A, little column B.
I'd have told you if I had them. Evie sounds lower than everyone else, only by slightly. That could be true. I know that Evie is fighting the good fight for us because Evie is sick.
Whoa. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit quiet so I don't sound all nasally.
I go ahead and roll for anything. So, yeah, we are down temporarily one member. Data has asked us to play without him. So, I'm ready to start. Just gonna pull up my notes.
Let's make sure we have a heroic moment when he shows up. We got to be doing something exciting.
We'll stage it no matter what. Whenever he shows up, we'll improv him in. Even if it's
Whatever
not
we're
real.
doing, it shall become tremendously dramatic.
Tremendously.
Oh, no, that's not gonna work. No.
Bagel fever. Evie got poke us. All right, so let's start off. Quick recap of last game. Anybody want to give it a shot?
Everything was screwed up.
I'm too traumatized.
Okay, so we took about an hour to burn down a tree.
Poor tree.
We then, there was way too much thought going into saving the tree. And then we spent way too long killing the tree, and then we received a portal stone, which we then decided to just walk into town with, because that's how we do.
It worked fine.
Yeah, it was totally fine. When we decided to go, Odin wanted to go say goodbye to his family before we went on our trip. Where we were,
that was a mistake.
What were you thinking, man?
Where we were confronted in an alley by a this is where we got confused. A lizard man paladin.
Yep, lizard folk paladin. Yep.
And a hobgoblin.
Cleric.
Who was behind us. And they were like, "Give us the portal stone." We were like, "Nah, bro, we're just gonna go." And then they were like, "We're gonna kill you though," and we were like, "Please don't."
Like crying.
We did it anyway.
And we ran away.
I was unconscious after that.
That's true. Odin was knocked unconscious. We almost lost Corin, and we ran off.
No, we all took a nap.
Yeah, well, most everybody.
Brian saved the day against someone else.
And then we came up against Cog's most famous harmonica player, and then we killed him.
Mostly Brian.
In open combat. So I imagine Falas just really likes us. We're just in the the utmost graces of the people of Falas, and Data is actually somewhere probably crying because he did not want to murder the harmonica player, but he didn't speak up in time, so.
All up in your base, killing
and then you guys,
and then we ran to the docks to try and get on the boat, and I think not on the boat, shoot the ship.
It's a boat if I want it to be. Gosh,
son of a bee.
Homer also looted Kasem in his grief. That's important to note.
We did need gold.
Yeah. So.
Harmonica.
So yeah,
only the necessity.
All right, we ain't on water. All right. Oh, that's a nice shirt you got there. Where'd you get that, Brian?
I happened to get it on Nameless PC's TeePublic account. It was pretty
What's
great.
That?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a place for great shirts.
It's where you can buy some pretty sweet T-shirts.
Whose Nameless PCs again?
I think he's on like some podcast called like World Walkers. Maybe?
Yeah. I don't think they strut or run or jog. They walk. Yeah. World Walkers. Yeah, you can find on your favorite podcast app as long as it's iTunes or an Android device.
Anything with Spotify.
Yep. All right. Plug. So. Yeah, so last we left off, you had run, and you had been let on to the Falcon by Captain Gideon. You rushed up as he pulled up the plank, and you boarded the ship. We're going to.
I didn't do anything. I was unconscious.
Well, some of you of your own volition, some of you due to others' strength, but yes, you all made it on the ship. And And you board the ship. He quickly pulls the plank up, and you pull off. And he says, "You look like you were in a hurry." and I saw what you did. Was that Kasem?
You know,
It looks like you executed Kasem in the middle.
Executor is a strong term. He was trying to steal this portal stone from us by force.
Self-defense.
It turns out that he was a bard and that he was trying to put our entire team to sleep.
Turns out he was a bard.
I know, right?
This seems very strange to you people who know him as a musician. I know, but his friends tried to murder us in an alleyway.
And he was part of that group that was trying to board your ship by force, right?
He's kind of got mixed feelings, but the ship is lifting off. You can hear the steam engines below deck just firing off as hard as they can. The ship's trying to get away, and as you kind of walk away from the side of the deck, the captain says, "So now what?"
Well,
now we try to get rid of that troublesome portal on your ship, Captain.
That would be much appreciated. I am tired of it. And then I don't know where I'm going to head off to. I couldn't get any kind of business while I was here, so I think I might head back to Cosnick.
Yeah.
We're probably going to end up there anyway, so...
Well...
I don't say that because I'm unconscious.
Right. So he thinks...
I'm just talking.
So he kind of thinks about it, and he's like, whatever you're going to do with this circle of, like, pictures, whatever, do it, but I'm just going to be upfront with you. I'm getting rid of it after that.
That seems totally fair.
We will do what we can.
So, what are you guys doing?
Does anyone know how to use the portal stone?
And the captain
Homur,
says,
do you know how to use the... Oh.
Well, Corin takes a step forward and she says, well, usually with any kind of item of power, you have to kind of become in sync with it. You gotta find its power and attune yourself to it. So.
Okay. Sure.
All right, well...
And
how does that happen?
So in meta terms, what that means is that someone's going to have to attune with the item, which means they typically spend about an hour's worth of time with it, meditating with it or trying it out, whatever, and then by the end of the hour, it has become attuned to you, which means you're the only one that can use it.
Okay.
So one of you's going to have to decide who's going to be the one that uses it.
Probably the one with magic.
Yeah, it would make the most sense for either for one of you two that use magic on a regular basis to have access to the magical item.
Yeah, I can see that, Corin says, and she says, do you want me to have it, or?
It would either be Homur or Yorick, so...
Or Corin.
Or Corin, yeah, I guess.
Corin, so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Well, we were kind of talking about you.
I'm still unconscious.
I know. Let's just go ahead and mute. No.
I'm okay with Corin taking this one.
Well, thank you.
Corin, actually, it would probably be a really great idea for you to have it, because if we do find Sanctuary, you could be the one to bring him back, even if the rest of us fail.
There we go.
All right, I'll do it. And she takes the portal stone from whoever has it, and she says, I'm going to go find a place to try and work with this. She kind of nods and takes her leave. She goes down below deck and begins the process, whatever that's going to be. After that, you've got about an hour to kill.
I'm definitely going to go around and loot the lamps for some more oil.
Mm-hmm. Remind me real quick, Odin, why are you knocked out? Is it because of the sleep? Or before?
No, it was because of the paladins.
Combat, okay, good.
But they.
Oh, was that you? You were
they only
unconscious all
knocked
the
me
way.
out. Yeah, I
back to the
was
Paladin.
unconscious through the entire thing.
Yeah. So slightly before Corrin is finished, you come to your senses. You wake up. You've got 1 hit point.
Woo.
Let's go interrupt Corrin. Have her heal you.
Corrin, guess what? It's time to start over.
Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to wait a few more minutes.
It's gonna take her an hour.
Yeah, that's what she said. It takes about an hour's worth of time. Well,
Is that-
meta-wise, that's what you know. Actually, she didn't say an hour. Like, give me
Right.
1 hour.
I will take 1 hour and
As
exactly
per the
an hour.
rules.
Okay, and done.
How long is a short rest?
An hour.
Could we take that?
Yep.
I don't know what we get back for that, but
You can spend hit dice.
I would love to spend hit dice during a short rest. Because
Yes,
I only got
believe
8
I
hit
shall
points.
do that as well.
Yep, anyone who's up.
Would that include me or not?
You're up now, bro.
You can't. It took you an hour to wake up.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
Sweet, back to full.
Nice.
6, 13. Oh, shoot.
Guys, I had the greatest nap ever.
And I assume during this time the group fills you in on what happened, Odin.
Oh yeah,
Hope you didn't like that harmonica player.
yeah. Guess who we killed?
Homer killed someone?
Only partially.
He did do the final blow. I wouldn't put the whole murder on him.
Oh, no, I'm not.
And murder.
you.
Let's stop calling it a murder. It was
A
no,
resolution.
we were really protecting ourselves, and you, and Sanctuary, and Corrin, and I mean, Lord only knows.
Unplanned termination of liveliness.
Yep.
So we're all on the same. So we're all on the same. So we
Now,
can.
do I find some casks of oil or flasks of oil around the ship?
Not up for grabs. Like, there's like a storage closet that's locked. There's probably some in there.
Okay, out of view.
I don't know if you want to ransack the ship or not for supplies.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about getting. Maybe I'll hold off on that one.
At least wait until we're about to jump through the portal. If you're gonna steal.
Dibs.
I'm out.
Yep. Any other sort of prep you want to do before we move on?
I just have a quick question. I was gonna look through the book, but
What's up?
A short rest. So we were able to spend hit dice, but not regain anything.
Correct. A long rest gives you half of your hit dice back.
Half hit dice.
Yep.
Okay. Me.
And
Some,
hit dice is your level, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I have. Right. So let me subtract some hit points that I gave myself.
One thing people don't always remember about this, let me go ahead and read the rule to you guys so you know.
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you.
Character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice. You roll the die and add the character's constitution modifier to it, right? Now, here's the important part. The character regains hit points equal to the total. The player can decide to spend an additional hit die after each roll. So a lot of players will, like I want to roll 3d6 for my hit die. And they'll roll 3d6 and add their constitution bonus once. That's not...
all about
You roll a die, add your constitution modifier to it. Then roll another die and add your constitution modifier to it again. Then roll your... You see what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. I
So
wasn't even adding my constitution modifier.
No, me neither.
Man, this is changing everything.
Yeah, you get a lot back from from this.
I wasn't even doing that in awful good. This is terrible.
Oh yeah, most people don't read the rest section. They just let their GM tell them when they can roll.
Lynn, come on, man.
No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying it's the player's fault.
Yes, that's all out here right now. So,
but that's why you don't get full hit dice back when you take a long rest, because hit dice are amazing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and actually, that's okay. Cool.
Yep.
So, do we actually want to let Gideon go back to Cosnick, or for some reason that name is bringing back bad memories for me?
Well, I think we're going to be going back there anyway with this portal, because wasn't it put there in Cosnick?
You're not sure where it's going to lead?
Yeah,
it was put there in Cosnick, but almost if the destination was in Cosnick, why'd they put a portal there?
I think I'm reading Nameless PC saying he didn't know that rule either.
See? You see? That's not what it says.
World Walkers might be a whole different podcast soon.
I'm getting a lot of hit points back.
Next podcast comes up, they're just wiping the map out.
Well, okay. So what would be the problem with him going back to Cosnick?
Well, I mean the Brotherhood's there.
Yeah, but
we have a lot of gloves.
They don't have.
I mean, hopefully we're off the ship before then. I just want to make sure everyone's okay with that. I mean, we've only been gone a few days. They might remember us.
Well, I'm hoping that we're not there when he gets there. The idea is that we're going through the portal. So if we're gone, I don't have any problem with him getting to Cosnick.
Yeah, I mean, there's two things you would know is that there's no telling where the teleportation circle is going to lead you. The whole point of it is it can take you anywhere in the world. The second thing is that Cosnick is the travel hub of the entire planet. So if he doesn't go back and do business,
it makes total sense for him to go there.
Yeah. He's not getting anything in Falas, so he's like, I guess I'll head back up to the city, if you will.
I really hope that portal stone works. And let's find out.
So, yeah, you guys good to go then?
Yes.
All right.
Can't think of anything interesting to do.
All right, so once you guys are ready, you all meet down at the cargo bay where the crate was originally stored. Gideon's down there, and he's got two dwarves with him that are ready to scrub the shit out of those ruins the moment you guys are gone.
Just wait.
He's excited. He's and Corin walks into the room, and she's got the stone in her hand, and she looks confident, and she says, I think I know what to do with this.
Okay.
Throws it at the floor.
There's two different things this stone can perform, it seems. The first thing it can do is what we know it can do. It seems to be some sort of skeleton key for things like teleportation circles. If we step into the teleportation circle and activate it, we should be able to create the rift and do whatever teleportation circles do. I don't really know teleportation circles. The second thing is that while messing around with it, I learned it creates a portal on its own. It created this large kind of 10-foot diameter glowing green portal to I don't know where because I didn't want to go in there.
Well, that's spooky.
Ooh.
So it just goes somewhere on its own.
Yeah, and I don't know if it can come back.
Yeah.
Sounds like a homework problem to me.
Guys, we have a trash can now.
Yeah, let's...
It's awful and wonderful. Oh man.
Which is I didn't want to use it without you guys. I don't know that I want to use it anyway. Just
let's put a pin in that and
I love that phrase.
Come back to that later.
That's hilarious. Can you open up this portal? I really gotta spit.
Oh my gosh. My tobacco. So Corin says, I'm ready when you guys are ready. I just don't know where the circle goes.
Well, wherever it goes, someone was prepared to go. So let's go crash a party.
Well,
Let's do this.
and frankly, Gideon's headed to Cosnick, so anywhere's better than there, really, at this point.
I'm sure Gideon would agree.
We killed a lot of dwarves. I don't think they're happy with us.
Yeah, and we also set loose someone who might be heading there as well.
Are you saying all this in front of Gideon, or?
Oh, the druid.
Yeah, he was very interested in those gloves.
And their explosive properties.
Yeah. So,
all right, at any rate.
Corin steps into the middle of the circle and she's like, "You ready?"
Hey, does anybody have any heal things that maybe
I would like a heal.
Odin could have? I don't have any heal
Yeah,
potions or anything, but
now's the
since he's
time.
only got like one.
Corin says, "I have one last spell left."
Could we ask Gideon if we could, spend a little bit of time sleeping on his boat for
Gideon's
like
like,
8 hours?
"If you want to ride with me on the way to Cosnick, sure, you can take a long rest if you want."
Are you going around the Durango Mountains, or are you going through them? Because if you're going around, we got plenty of time.
I'm going around. I don't have.
That's
No
fine.
offense, I don't think that we have the firepower on this ship to survive.
Yeah, I really like the idea of a long rest, especially for
I would like to
a
sleep.
couple of our members here.
I mean, if you don't mind,
I don't mind.
Great, but,
I don't mind. I would like you to consider us your primary airship for your travel needs maybe next time, but
you bet.
all right. He's kind of
So far,
winks a little
this has
bit
been
like
pleasant. It's just been really nice being on the deck. Last ship we were under, but it's really great.
yeah.
just kind of laughs.
So are there beds?
Oh yeah, he shows you down to the quarters.
You're the best, Gideon. Thank you very much.
I like to tell people. He just kind of shrugs and he doesn't say it super cocky. He's just like, "That's what I'm going for," and people
That's all
don't
my
really buy
mom
it.
told me.
No, he's just more bitter. He has no sales pitch. So he takes you downstairs, and you can all rest for the night.
Woohoo!
Good idea.
So
Cool.
you get about 4 hours of rest in before Corin wakes you guys up and says, "Hey guys,
Yes.
what do you guys dream about?" Like, you're all dead tired. Like this.
Corn, could we tell you in like 4 or so more hours?
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
just
mind-
that sometimes
I wouldn't
people.
mind sharing dreams with you in like just a little bit.
Sure. Sometimes when people wake up, they don't remember them. So I thought if I interrupted, you could give me like a play-by-play. It's, don't worry about it.
That
We'll
is
talk tomorrow
logical.
then, I guess. Right?
Oh, look, it's data.
Oh, gotta change the stream over. Hold on.
Because honestly, Corn, I would love to share your dreams. I've been trying to write mine down in my journal.
Connor has a dream journal.
That I totally don't have in my equipment list or anything. It's just made up. I made it up for my personality.
I write it on the walls of where I'm sleeping. Speaking of which,
Just figure as a history buff, I should have something.
Oh, I hear the scratchings of data.
Yes, I hope so.
What up?
Data.
Not much. I'm later than I expected. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
We're all sleeping, man. It's great.
Getting a long rest in.
Everyone's got a long rest, so that gives you like pretty much like if you're a spellcaster and stuff, you get full resources back, and you get half your hit dice maximum back.
Cool.
Yep.
Half my hit point maximum back.
Yep. Half your hit point hit dice maximum. Like,
Oh,
so if you're level 3, you would get 2 hit dice back. You get all your hit points back. Your hit points are at full.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Full hit points, full spell slots and resources, and then half your max and hit dice.
Yeah, I was very confused for a second.
No. You didn't miss. Oh, good.
I was gonna say before Corin heads back to bed, Yorick would ask her, "Do Forge dream?"
I have a bit of an echo.
That might be for me. Give me a moment. Sorry.
Sure. Thank you for mentioning that, Johnny. Yeah, that might. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
You're great. It's nice that you're here. I miss your face.
Webcam is not being nice or cooperative, so I have to download the thing all over again, and that's what's
jeez.
going on.
Oh, jeez.
But apart from that, yeah.
Oh, do I still have an echo?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. It must be on the streaming side.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, it would definitely be on the streaming side, so I'm going to try it again. Oh, still have it.
Do you try to record with multi-track?
Well, I didn't always have the double track. It wasn't until data came in. So I think... Oh, wow. Hold on.
It's for awful good. When I was streaming in multi-track, it was didn't work. When I turned that off, it ended our reverb.
All right. Let me know now, guys. I'm trying again.
During this brief intermission, we are sponsored by A&W Root Beer.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're sponsored by Nameless PC's T-shirts. You should get them.
Okay, cool. So something about when data entered, it created like a second set of audio tracks over on my OBS.
Perfect.
That's weird.
As you do.
Yeah. So do we have you now, Data?
I can still hear you, but I'm still waiting for the download for the webcam.
Okay.
Hang on, I see that I knocked down my D20. That was my lucky one last time.
Show it who's boss.
I mean, let's be real. Who's superstitious?
Yeah, dice would be good.
All right. So yeah, Corin understands maybe this wasn't the best time, and she's like, "Sorry."
No, you're totally fine, Corey.
It's at this point you realize she's just standing in your room.
Humans are weird. Other characters.
I'm really human here.
I mean, humans are weird, right?
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to say like that. But
Wait.
she's like,
Racist.
okay, I'm good then. Sorry, guys.
That's when Yorick would prod her a bit with, oh, she... Wow.
Yeah, she just stands completely still and just watches you guys.
Huh.
I forgot that's what Forge do.
It's not what Forge do, it's what Corin does.
Corin is very special.
All right, so yeah, you guys finish up your rest, wake up in the morning, do your daily morning routines, breakfast, studying, whatnot. Anyone doing anything before we get back to this portal business?
Nope.
We seem to be on slightly better terms with Gideon now. I would very politely ask...
Real quick, let me ask you, Josh, is your microphone set to auto adjust again?
You know,
You're getting randomly loud again.
Setting. Is that a Zoom setting?
It's a Zoom setting, yeah. It compensates for you.
Let me see.
It's helpful.
Oh, so helpful.
Data!
Data face.
It is set to auto.
No. Wait,
Am
what?
I too loud right now?
Data face.
What's wrong?
I have a face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a data wall. It's a data face.
Right?
Okay, I'll try
It's a
and
data
get
window.
this.
Yeah. I mean, you're really tiny at this point. You're just so handsome up close.
It'd be such a shame.
Get closer to the camera.
You're great.
Does this?
It's fine.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Okay, I'm here now. I'm sorry. Let's.
No,
go.
everything's cool. All right,
I'm sorry
so
for the blood sacrifice you had to do with your hand to make the webcam. God's happy, but
No. This is just a sprain from work. I'm fine. No worries. All good.
your 5 beards combined.
Captain Beardface.
All right, so
Voltron, but with beards.
that's right.
Hey, Joe, real quick, did you need me to turn down my gain? It was automatically adjusting.
If you can turn off auto adjusting.
Oh, well.
Yeah, because it would be like, hey, my name is Josh, and I'm in your face. Like, it would get super loud.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that might be me, but, you know.
No, it was the volume. All right, so everything's all squared away. You guys do your morning routines. Is anyone doing anything before we start this portal business? Anything they want to attend to?
I would very politely ask Captain Gideon if he could spare any lamp oil.
No.
Use up all our oil against the tree.
Yeah, he's like, no, I need my lamp oil.
Just a couple of pints?
You know what? I have 2 flasks.
Okay, no problem.
I have 2
And
flasks
one
of
flask.
oil. You can have one of mine.
That's all good. That's all good. There'll just be less burning enemies to a crisp later. That's fine. I can live with that.
Homer?
Are there any good stories in the book?
There are, in the book that you took from Kasem's corpse, there are a number of stories, like either like half-written ideas, no full stories, but he had there are 3 stories that really stick out. Would you like to hear them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Real quickly summarize. So.
Sing us a song, Mr. Harmonica Man.
So, the first story you came across is called The Last Puzzle. And the passage in there that you read was, all of his research, all of his hard work had led him here. He stood now before the ancient gates that tied to the northern sky tower, ready to gain entry and discover why the gnomes had sealed it off so long ago. All he needed to do now was crack the riddle that they etched into the excessive stone frame of the doorway. Then, finally, his work would be validated. He had long suspected that the gnomes had a hand in developing not just the technology jealously guarded by the dwarves, but the arcane arts as well. Their formulas and thought process could be seen buried deep within the blueprints of an airship and the ancient writings of a spellbook. It was obvious to him, and now he felt he was one step closer to proving it to the world. He just had to solve this one last puzzle. And then underneath that is a series of notes. The first note he had was, need to come up with a near unsolvable puzzle. Maybe ask Barbara. The second note says, further research needed regarding gnomish writings. Got to ask for more access from Dorminir. And then the third note says, the story probably needs more fiction to it to keep it from giving away too much intel. Maybe make something up to replace the sky towers, but what would excite listeners as much as one of the towers? ... That's the first story. Do you want the next one?
No, that's good. Let's just bring him up later, because let's get the teleport portal.
Okay.
Wait,
But my
Mark,
conspiracy
laughing.
theorist,
Yeah, we got a history buff here.
because I have like
Well, I also have history.
real life conspiracy theories about the gnomes,
That's right. I forgot.
and I'm super intrigued as a person and a character. Do you share this information with us? Be great if you did.
No, not yet.
Let's steal it.
I will. I promise.
I'm
You
gonna
said
write
you-
down-
You said you don't want to hear the next story?
Oh, you were reading it out loud.
Pedro, I really do, but I think we should probably get to the portal and move.
Progress the plot.
Go.
No,
Oh, that whole thing.
I want it so bad. Steal book.
I'll tell you the titles of the other stories then to tempt you later.
Okay, let me write them down because yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna send this all to you too, Homer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so for your homework assignment tonight,
No.
read stories 1 through 3. You're gonna mess with the portal stone.
The other 2 titles are "What Do We Have Here" and "Wild at Heart." So, all right. But yeah, you've kind of flipped through the stories a little bit. You read one, and then you saw the titles of the other 2, but you shut the book for now to move on. And then,
Nice titles.
yeah, you join with the rest of the group. They have the portal stone, and they've had Corin sync up to it, attune to it. They've learned 2 aspects of it. The first is that it will work as a skeleton key and open up teleportation circles. The second thing is that it creates a giant 10-foot diameter portal of wild green energy, and no one knows where it goes.
We're gonna put our trash there.
All right.
Perfect use of this magical artifact we took from a tree that we burned.
Yeah, so everyone gathers once again to the teleportation circle. Gideon's there. He's got 2 dwarves ready to scrub the crap out of the ruins the moment you guys walk through.
Yep.
So this is the last time the circle's ever going to work.
Okay. So, Homer, did you?
Odin.
I seem to remember you sketching maybe this portal down. Is that true? Did you?
I remember that.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Okay. You got it. You double checked it. It's all right.
Did somebody else make a sketch?
No, I'm terrible at drawing.
Why do all the artists make themselves not able to draw? Yes. Let's remove my artistic abilities.
It's not part.
It's
of
how Brian relates to the common folk.
It just sounded funny.
Let me walk with the plebs. All right. So, Corin's excited. She gets in the middle of the teleportation circle. She's just like,
Homer, you were going to say something to Odin?
Yes.
Hi.
Odin.
yes.
We don't know where this is going.
Right.
Have
This
you
is
written
goodbye.
a letter or anything
Oh.
to...
Probably
Goodbye.
should write a letter.
Well, you guys are going in the. I don't know what's going to happen to you guys. You guys could get ripped apart or something. I don't know. Did I write a letter?
No, he was asking me.
Is this Gideon talking?
Yeah, Gideon.
No, he was talking to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked Gideon
I
something.
was
and
talking
He
to
said
Odin.
Odin.
I'm sorry.
Odin.
I should
No,
have.
I haven't.
It's okay. I'm going.
So, I'll probably.
I have
know
some
when we
paper.
get-
Would you like to write?
How is it going to get back?
I think we should do it before, just in case.
How's it going to get there?
Oh, something else that Homer might not know is that they had the airship take off and head towards Cosnick, so they've already left the city.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw it over the side, or we could get going.
I had a feeling you might be okay with that.
Paper airplane.
Just fold it into the airplane, aim it to
Yeah. It's around over here. Right.
And
So-
Yorick jumps in the circle.
Yeah, Corin's still sitting in the circle, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the circle.
All right.
I walk
I'm
over.
getting there.
All right. So one by one, you all step inside the circle. And
Captain
you're all-
Gideon, it's been a pleasure.
Has it?
Well, mostly.
For me, anyway.
Odin gives him a huge salute.
I am happy that I ran into you all. I wish you the best. Good luck.
We're happy to get this circle off your hands.
I look forward to working with you in the future and not dying a horrible fiery death.
And we'll be seeing you very soon.
And then suddenly, Corin activates the portal.
And suddenly we're in a fire.
Corin holds forth the portal stone and concentrates. And at first, the air is still and the world is silent. Then, without warning, the runes on the stone erupt. Flashes of ocean blue energy pulse from both the inscriptions on the floor and the item in her hand. It builds into a blast of energy erupts from the circle, engulfing all who stand inside. Everyone feels as though their body is free from the restraints of the planet. Just as suddenly, the burdens of existence chain you to the earth as your eyes adjust. You find yourself in a warehouse. A wooden crate stands before you, over 10 feet tall, and as wide as two of you. Next to it,
Wait, which two? Because we've got two halflings, a human and a dwarf.
according to the narrative description, it says only flavor next to
Pedro,
it.
this is critical,
And then-
critical information.
Like, is it two halflings? Is it a halfling and a human?
You know what?
Is it more?
Since people take up 5 feet worth of space no matter what in D&D miniature land, doesn't fucking matter.
Two meta people.
Two a Yorick and a Corn combined.
Perfect.
You find yourself in a warehouse. A large wooden crate stands before you, over 10 feet in height and as wide as two of you. Next to it, another large wooden crate of similar proportions. Next to that crate, the same. Over and over again. The entire warehouse seems to be a storage facility for wooden crates.
This was a clever plan on his part.
Yeah.
Perfect.
On whose part, though?
This strange man who put the
The
circle
one
here.
who rode up the portal.
The camera slowly pans backward as the heroes walk down the hallway.
It's kind of a maze of crates.
Oh, goody.
And
We should have asked Gideon if he had marked it.
So, yeah, that would have been pretty smart.
we're kind of looking around, and then suddenly you start hearing
Do it now.
kind of growling
Hide.
surrounding
Stealth
from
checks.
stealth checks. All right, you all immediately hide.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that seems like a smart thing to do when you hear giants.
I mean, it's that or start
Snarl
singing,
thing.
you know.
Oh, yeah. First roll of the night.
Let's see here. Could be better.
All right,
13.
13. Evie,
14.
Connor,
18.
18, and then Homer,
16.
16. All right.
Oh, pretty-
So
Yorick looks over jealously at their sneaking ability.
I'm going to assume you all kind of scattered a bit. You didn't all just go hide in the same corner.
That would have been wise,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So you all kind of separate a little bit.
Cardboard box.
And you all find a different place to kind of hide out. But one by one, each of you hears the same noise above you, just that.
Look up.
And you look up, and it's these, it's different canines around each of you. They have kind of like a light brownish fur. Their eyes are glowing kind of this ocean blue. And there's one for each of you. And just,
Wait, you said above us?
yeah, they're up on the crates.
Oh,
Hi.
very good.
You boy.
Four,
Talks about Odin. He
Yep.
doesn't like dogs.
there's
Anyone have animal handling?
I do.
there's 5 of them. 4 of them look at one, and the other one goes, and then he disappears completely.
Oh, yay.
Hey, one less for us to worry about, right?
What do
Can
you
I
get?
make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Well, 22.
22. So yeah, I mean that dog teleported.
Ooh, spooky.
Huh.
All right, you guys have a split second before there's an action going on. What are you guys doing?
Oh boy.
I'm pulling out a dagger.
Gust, push.
All right. Well, let's roll initiative then.
Throwing rations at it.
Oh, yay. Eat food.
Oh, man.
I am happy we took a long rest.
All right.
All right, Connor, what's your initiative?
19.
Okay. Homer.
3.
Odin.
5.
Wolf, indeed. Yorick.
19 also.
Oh, gosh.
It'll be fine.
And
It'll be
we are
fine.
good to go.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Dude,
All right.
You're dog lovers of World Walkers. Turn
Turn
away.
away.
This is not your time.
Yorik's
So
more of a cat person.
Yeah, Odin
That's
is.
good.
Odin doesn't like dogs. He has
All right.
animal handling proficiency.
the round
but doesn't
starts.
like
Yorick,
dogs.
how are you handling this? They're just right away.
They're looking right at us, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh boy. There's one near
Each one of you, except for Corn.
each one. Okay, I am going to run over to the one near Brian. Whatever his name is in game.
Connor,
Yeah, that guy. I keep getting
the
Connor and
bonds
Corey
of
mixed up.
fellowship.
Friendship.
I'm gonna run over to the one near him and pull out the rapier.
All right. Yeah, they're up on a 10-foot crate.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. So you ran over, stood next to Connor. You pull your rapier out, and then what do you want to do?
Stab the air.
I shall pull the rapier out, do nothing with it.
If you want to try and jump up and stab him at disadvantage, you can do that.
No, it wasn't going to help me. I ran over because I could use sneak attack, but if he's 10 feet away, can't use that.
Yeah. All right, Connor.
In that case, no, I'm not done. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I'll do something.
Burn down the warehouse with wooden crates.
Yeah, I'll chance it.
It's fine. We burn down trees. We can burn down a warehouse.
Well, we'll find out. 11.
Add arson
11.
to our list of crimes.
No, you miss. You fire off a bolt of fire, and it scorches upward, but it doesn't connect. Connor.
Okay. I don't feel like shooting the dogs is the best option. So
They all seem much more aggressive now that a bolt of fire has leaped at their face.
that makes sense.
You're welcome, guys.
I have I have known direction to not get lost. Could I try to figure out my way out?
You know what? Can you look that spell up for me real quick, and I'll come right back to you in a second?
It's not a spell, it's a character trait of
Oh.
halfling. But yes.
Okay, yeah. It might be a custom ability. I don't know if it's a regular. So it might be in the actual cog guide. All right. So.
Unless you find yourself in a building such as a prison, maze, or dungeon, you have advantage on survival checks.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so no.
No. What would you like to do instead?
Hey, just
I like that.
Try a cuddle roll.
Yeah.
they're
When
far
in
away.
doubt, seduce them.
Oh my gosh.
They're far away though. Can I? Jeez.
You gotta make a decision. I gotta skip you if you don't.
I would like to hold my action.
There you go. What's your trigger?
If they actually attack.
Okay. There was one that was hanging. The one that was looking over at Yorick, the one that was above him.
Mm-hmm.
It looks at him and it runs and it jumps off a crate, and before it hits the ground, poof, it disappears and reappears right behind him.
Oh.
And
Lovely.
then it takes a bite out of him. What's your AC?
Okay.
15.
15?
Yes.
All right. So even though it comes out of nowhere, you react just in time to kind of arch your back and stay away. It was trying to bite your, basically bite your bottom.
Oh my god, I don't like dogs.
The one that was standing above Odin also takes off running along the tops of the crates, and then suddenly it disappears and reappears right in front of Yorick.
Hey, thanks
My
for taking that dog.
caninophobia.
And just 4 damage.
Okay.
The next blink dog runs along the tops, disappears. You all know where he's going.
Just tell me how much.
Oh, he misses actually. So you see this one coming, and even though it disappears, you're like, nah. And you just dodge out of the way.
Dancing around trying to avoid these things.
Yeah, every dog so far is attacking Yorick, the guy who threw a firebolt at him. Odin?
Well, I have a dagger out, so I'm gonna go try and get the dogs.
But he's only attacking the person that attacked him.
You can close distance this round if you want to.
You make a good point, Brian. I'll probably go over and try and help.
And he's also attacking.
I'm gonna go help. Actually, I'm not gonna go throw a dagger. I'm gonna go over and try and help Yorick.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Shouldn't
the dog.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Connor. Yeah.
Well, you attack the dogs first, and then they attacked.
Okay, so what do you do? Yeah, what was... All right, so the trigger went up, so you're shooting him, Connor?
No, I'm going to use my rapier.
Okay.
Okay. But I get rolled an 11, so...
Oh, wow. So
to.
you pull out your rapier, and you're like, have it? Oh, no. You take a wild dive, and you don't connect. Yeah, so now it's Odin's turn.
Okay, well, I'll go in and stab, because clearly we're just stabbing the things now.
Well, they did attack.
Stab. So 12 plus 5 is...
A hit?
Yeah. I'm terrible at math.
A 17, man.
Yeah, I was trying to...
I know it's a number.
I can't do math.
Well, it's like, the part of your brain that remembers how many dogs are trying to eat you is the same part that does, 12 plus 7.
Yeah. That's a 4 damage.
4 damage with sneak attack?
Whopping 4. Oh, sneak attack?
Mm-hmm.
So what would I do for sneak attack?
You add an extra d6.
For a stab?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do I add my that plus 3 to the
Nope.
6? Okay, cool. That's a 9.
All together?
Yep.
All right. So you stab, and the dogs take notice of you as well.
Whoa.
The dog that has not gone yet runs along the tops and then disappears and reappears behind Odin.
Hi, doggy.
And bites into you for 5 damage. And now we come to Homur.
Catapult. And I've been doing it wrong. They're supposed to make a dex save.
Thank you. All right. Which dog? There's 4 of them.
Let's target the one on Odin for now.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Work.
All of them. I will kill all of them.
All right. So let me roll and roll.
Just don't.
It dodges. So it kind of drops to the ground as debris or what have you flies through the air.
Okay, that's fair. Well done, dog.
And then Corin is looking at you guys, trying to evaluate anyone needs healing. No? Okay.
Those two.
All right. She waits.
Not desperately yet.
Yeah. New round, Yorick.
If only I had a friggin' cask of oil. He yells over to Connor, "Throw your oil." And wait till I get out of the way. He is going to, after he yells that, he's gonna use the rapier.
All right.
On the dog of dealer's choice.
Burn this warehouse to the ground, guys.
None of the ones near me are injured already, right?
Well, I mean,
There's one injured, yeah.
Okay, I shall hit the injured one.
Guys, let's add arson to our ever-growing list of
17.
crimes.
17's a hit.
And remember what that roll here. 10.
10. All right. So you kind of move back and forth and then do a powerful thrust. What'd you use? Your rapier, right?
Rapier.
Yeah. And then you almost kill it. Like it almost falls to the ground, collapse, and the rest of the dogs, even the one that was attacking Yorick, they're all focused on you now.
Oh, lovely. Now, I forgot the sneak attack. Is that a continuation of the previous attack, or is that a new attack?
It's a D6 added to the damage.
Like you
Okay,
can
so
hit a
I
vital
can't
point.
split it between creatures.
No.
Okay, we shall add it to that. Another 6.
Oh, all right, you kill it.
Even more attention. Goody.
Yeah, now as soon as it drops, they all let out a fierce howl, and they look absolutely rabid now.
Get that oil over here.
My only shot.
I don't wanna burn the whole place down. We don't even know where we are.
All right, so one of
Amos
the
is right. Forts don't burn. I mean, we could find sanctuary that way.
We don't know that. Ask Corin.
yeah,
Forge burn.
are you saying that? It's Odin's turn.
Yeah, Connor went right before me, right? Because he had moved his turn.
Should be me, right?
Oh, sorry, it skipped you for some reason.
It's all good. Because I held my action like a sucker. All right. Well, I'm gonna stab one of them with my rapier.
All right.
No, I'm not. Oh wait! I'm lucky, so let me just ignore that one. Let me re-roll. Okay. Rolled a 2 that time, so
All right.
That's twice as good.
it is.
The next dog is going to attempt to. Well, let's see first. All right. It takes a bite at you, Yorick, and misses, and then it suddenly teleports away, and you're not sure exactly where it is.
Hey, it's not here.
But give me a perception check.
Perception. 20.
You can hear it above you, just getting ready to attack. Odin.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. So the dog that I just stabbed is dead.
Yes.
Cool. That's nice. Do I hear this growling up above us or no?
Yeah. It's right
Okay.
above York. It's getting ready to pounce him.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
All right.
That's probably not gonna hit, but let's see. That's a 9.
Nope, you lost a dagger.
Cool.
Yep, you whip a dagger out, but it does not connect. It keeps flying until you can hear it like clink in the distance.
Nice.
Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
All right. The last dog is taking a bite of Yorick. That is a critical hit.
Ah, good.
And
joy.
yeah, so it's 7 damage as it just tears into you.
Oh boy. I can do math.
Are you still up?
Still up. It's down to 6.
All right, Homer.
All right, real quickly, because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
If my hit is the hit that knocks them out, it just knocks them out. It does not kill them.
Good job. All right, cool.
I think we've established that as a.
But I need to be reminded because I.
Yeah, I need to say it every time.
Yeah.
With that said, the one upstairs,
Yeah.
I'd like to make a strength check as I summon a bunch of wind and try to push it off.
All right. Are you using gust?
I'm using gust. I think the strength check is 15.
All right.
Take falling damage, please.
It actually it digs its nails in and holds strong.
I'm the big bad wolf, and I was a brick house.
All right, and then give me a second. You get 7 hit points back as Corin rushes forward and heals you up, Yorick.
Thanks.
But she's now in the midst of it all as well. New round, Yorick.
Sorry?
Your turn, Yorick. Aww. Night
Young
night.
human can roll the d20. All right. Yorick is going to. He still has one next to him, right?
Yep.
All right. We're gonna go with the rapier and the sneak attack.
All right.
Tonight,
Roll
son,
this. Go ahead.
tonight, son, Daddy's murdering a dog.
Gotta roll it. All right. What do we get?
Help me kill canines.
11 plus 15.
I want to do that one.
15. That's a hit.
All right. Well, this one.
Are you gonna tell him
Nope,
later
that's
that
it.
his rolls killed the dog?
We'll leave that part out. 12
That part's
plus.
getting edited
Here, roll
out.
this one.
I'm just
This
kidding.
is
It's not
the
going to kill it.
Go and roll it. 14 in all.
14.
I want to do that one.
All right. Say bye-bye to the internet.
Bye.
All right.
All right. 14 damage. That was a vicious strike.
That was a
It-
vicious strike your child.
Yeah, it almost keels over itself, and it's kind of like wounded, and it's lower to the ground, but it's just growling at you with absolute anger.
Father approves.
Connor.
I'm gonna try and attack that one, I guess. I'm gonna keep going with my rapier because it
Alright.
just seems like a smart thing to do. 14.
14's a hit.
All right. Oh, hey. 12 damage.
All right. That's it for that dog. It just collapses to the ground. 2 dogs are dead now.
2 left.
There's 2
I
left.
feel bad, but Yorick doesn't.
So the dog that was above Yorick leaps at him. And it pounces on you. I need you to make a strength check.
Add my +0 modifier to that. Oh, 16.
All right. It knocks you to the ground and bites you for 3 damage.
Wow.
It's
That's
really good. Nope, you didn't.
To
Odin?
think what happened if I rolled lower.
Odin. Should Connor go for me?
Yep. I
Yeah.
probably should.
Why is it always skipping? No, you stabbed it. You killed the dog.
I did. He did a save, Evie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, what'd I do?
Alright, cool. Oh, I'm rolling all the good rolls tonight.
Oh, what'd you get?
10.
Oh, this. You're getting rid of your surplus of daggers.
It's okay, I have 11 left.
Bless
You
you.
know, there's an easy way to fix that too. We just
Bless you.
gotta warm up the system.
Yep. So the dog that has been on hold on one second. Yeah, it's staying on Odin. And
That's
successfully bites for 2 more damage.
Ooh, 2 damage.
Homer?
Push.
Go for it again. All right.
Nah.
Well, it jumped off and landed on him.
It
You're
did.
trying to push
Oh,
him
yeah.
off. You're trying to push him off of Yorick.
Odin. Oh, is it on Odin?
It's on
Oh,
Yorick.
on
There's
Yorick?
one on
It's
Odin,
on
one
Yorick.
on Yorick.
Yeah, get it off Yorick.
All right.
Please don't. Come on.
I mean,
come on.
that or kill it. Both good options.
It digs its claws into Yorick and is like, holds on one more time. Corin,
These
how you
dogs
doing,
are
Yorick?
Doing better than I do.
I like how our party.
Yorick, how many hit points you at?
Sorry.
How many hit points are you at?
Oh, I'm at 10.
Okay. She's gonna hold off for a little bit more. Yorick.
Yorick looks slightly put out.
New round, Yorick.
He is going to hit the remaining dog next to him. Just one still next to him, right?
Yep.
All right. Yes, he shall.
Well, you're under a dog, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's right.
But it's okay. You're not going to suffer any disadvantage.
Okay, I'm not prone or anything.
You are prone, but it's right on top of you. I'm just going to give you the attack.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. 18.
18's a hit.
And 8 plus 3 is 11.
All right. So that's that's a pretty big blow. You drive your rapier deep into its side, and it howls and then gets close to your face and starts growling.
Somebody kill this thing!
Connor?
I'm going to stab the one on Yorick before it bites his face off.
Good idea!
Okay, that would be a 22.
That's a hit.
Okay. 8 damage.
8 damage. You watch it collapse and then slowly pull itself back up, just using the last of its strength.
It gets knocked down, but it gets up again. And everyone tries to keep it down.
Yorick is beyond annoyed.
But it seems to have lost a lot of blood. It's all over Yorick, but he lost a lot of blood, and he takes a bite and can't seem to connect with Yorick. So, Odin.
All right. Well, I want to stab this thing in front of me.
Okay.
Because I don't like things biting me. I'm not particularly fond of it. That's a much better roll. 16.
16. That's a hit. What is that breathing? I don't know. Oh, maybe. This low roar came in. I was like,
Sounds like thunder coming.
yeah.
That's a 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. So you nick it. It
Woo.
looks upset. It's going to try and return the favor. But it cannot connect. You dodge just out of the way of it. It was a really close call, though. Homur.
All right, draw a dagger. Try and knock it unconscious. The one on Yorick.
All right.
Good news, Yorick.
I could use some.
I don't critically hit you. I just got a -1.
So
Oh my.
you watch Homer pull a dagger out, rush over to save you, almost slip and fall on top of you, but catches himself on the crate and picks himself back up.
Good hustle, buddy.
Thank you. Rolled a 2.
Corn is going to heal again.
-3. So impressive.
8 hit points back to Yorick.
4. Oh, lovely.
And she kind of puts her hand forth, and this wave of calming energy kind of falls out of her palm and lightly sprinkles you up with 8 hit points.
I feel so relaxed as I wrestle this dog.
Yeah, new round, Yorick.
Yorick's gonna keep doing what he's doing with the sharp thing. All right.
Destroy the dogs.
16.
16 is a hit.
6 plus 9 equals 9.
Yeah, you stab it right into the chest, and it collapses and dies on you as it lets out its last doggy breath. Connor.
Yeah, it's a little bit like breaking, but can I ask why you would get sneak attack?
Corn's right next to him. So as long as
Okay.
he's adjacent,
Okay,
as long as it's adjacent to an ally,
that's cool. All right.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm assuming Corin hanged out next to me. Just
she's right next
bit
to
his
you. Yeah.
face off. Okay, heal. Bit his face.
Yeah.
Okay, heal.
Okay, so there's only one dog left, and it's on Odin.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to attack that one.
All right. Just kind of rush over there, half a foot.
Yep. With a 24
All right. That's a hit.
and an 8 damage.
8 damage.
Ooh, dude,
All right. So its legs are shaking. It's barely here. Odin.
Just want to be quiet.
Stab, stab, stab.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm not stabbing, apparently.
See you later, Johnny. Not stabbing, you missed?
Night, John.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. Assuming that doesn't hit.
All right. You can see it try to disappear. Like you see it kind of focus a little bit. And when it doesn't happen, it looks a little scared.
Oh, no.
And then it takes one more bite at Odin.
Someone who's not Yorick.
That's a hit.
Woo.
It bites into you for 2 damage, Odin.
Oh boy.
Someone persuade it to be a part of our group.
Yeah, it just kind of just... Homer, your turn.
Six.
As you come whirlwinding your dagger. Corrin's waiting. And then
I gotta go back to spells.
Suddenly you hear someone shout, "What have you done to them?" And as you turn and look to the side, coming into view around the corner of one of the crates is an individual who walks into frame with a grand strut. Although he does have a bit of panic, he still can't help but strut. His dark blue satin cloak hides some questionable fashion sense, such as a cheetah-colored dress shirt with a boldly exposed neckline. Coupled with this is his short auburn hair and a forgivable smile. He looks like he wishes to keep a low profile in this outfit, but hasn't the foggiest idea how. And he kind of comes over and he's like, "What have you done? Oh my god! Mumford!" And if you're letting the dog go, it's gonna rush over to him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And it kind of walks over there and is like, and then he stops, like he looks at him, and he stands up and he says, "Why are you here?"
We
Measure your words carefully as he's kind of hugging the dog.
We are searching for sanctuary.
His eyes narrow. You get one more sentence.
There was a box stolen from the Falcon. We have reason to believe that Sanctuary was kidnapped and stuffed in one of those crates.
Thinks about it for a second. How do I know that you're here for the right reasons? And Corrin stands up. Yeah, Corrin stands up, and she holds forth the her symbol, the infinity sign, and she's like, "Because I serve him." And now this individual thinks for a second. If that were the case, why would you kill these dogs? And then Corrin takes a step back and looks at you guys because that ain't her.
Yeah. Yorick looks pretty darn guilty.
Well, you
Homer.
see, we attacked one of them thinking that they were going to attack us. We've had a really rough last couple of days.
They had that guard dog,
Weak.
aggressive sort of.
They were guard dogs, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
we
Mumford.
didn't want-
He
we
hugs
didn't
Mumford
want to kill
again,
them.
and he says, "We'll
Well, Corrin
contact
can-
their families."
They had
Oh.
families?
And he kind of nods. He's like, "These are blink dogs. They're not just mutts. They're intelligent."
There should be at least 2 left. One of them disappeared at the beginning.
Yes, and that one comes around the side. He's like, "Yeah, Samford found me and told me to come get you."
Oh man.
If you guys can talk, why didn't you say... Oh,
I
the
can
dog-
talk. They can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Player thought the dog was talking. I was
No.
like, "Oh, why don't you just say something to us? Why are you barking the whole time?"
And yeah, Wesley's right in chat. Mumford is the father. The rest of them are the sons.
I am so sorry.
And stands
I'm not
up
gonna
and there are a collection of kind of magical sparkles and a bit of glitter that kind of is falling out of his sleeves. Just kind of trying to control his rage. And he says, "Why would you kill dogs? If you thought they were dogs, why would you murder them?"
We thought they were attacking us.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
They're spooky blue eyes.
Listen, here's the thing. We don't know where we are.
We were in
We
a
know
warehouse.
I got that far. Thank you, smartass. Listen, we don't know where we are. We're trying to find sanctuary. People have been attacking us since we started this quest. We come from Cosmic, where people were trying to kill us the entire time we were there. And now we're here, and suddenly there's dogs trying to attack us.
So far, yeah, everyone involved with Sanctuary so far has tried to kill us. So that's
Except for
just
Corin.
been the pattern.
Except for Corin.
And listen,
She's cool. She's cool.
I am truly sorry about your dogs. It was...
Well, they're not my dogs. They're my friends.
Hey, that's even worse. I apologize. I know that's not going to solve any of your loss. But you have to know that if there were any way that we would have known,
All right, roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Damn it. 9. Fudge.
And Corin steps forward because he's like, "I don't think I want to hear anything else you have to say." And Corin steps forward and says, "I know that the people that I hired," and she kind of looks back at you guys like, almost like with apologetic eyes, "I know they're savages. That's what I needed for this. I needed people who would do what had to be done because the Forge need sanctuary." And she's going for a persuasion check.
Thank God for Corin.
Can I aid it all by looking really sad?
No.
And pathetic?
But he kind of nods and he says, "Oh my gosh.
Was
wait.
I the one who said attack them?
I don't remember at this point.
No,
I think
that
it
was Yorick.
Yeah.
You're fired on the dogs.
Why don't you go wait outside? Let me take care of this."
Is he talking to Mumford?
No, he's talking to you guys.
That's fair.
We can do that.
Could you point us the way out?
And he looks over at Sanford and he's like, "Take him out of here." And Sanford looks furious, but leads the way as he was told.
Corin?
Yeah, what's
Corin? Do you have any more healing?
up? Yeah, why? You hurt?
Not me, but maybe Sanford.
Mumford, actually, I think was the one that was.
Oh, yeah, she walks over and she heals him up a little bit, and Mumford regains a little bit of strength and looks up and just... And she says, "I'm really sorry." And then, yeah, you guys all walk outside. Sanford takes you through a maze of boxes all the way up to the front. And then once you get up to the front, there's a nice metal door. And you can step... What's good? You guys having fun with the chat?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it shows you the door.
Sanford. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
On the way there, I'm just gonna try and make conversation with Sanford, see if I can figure out if the barks, the yelps are yes or no.
Sure.
Oh my God, Megan's here.
Oh no! Turn back, Megan.
We are so sorry, Megan.
So yeah, what do you?
Fully grown dogs, okay, with families. They weren't puppies.
Thank
I
you.
don't know.
Get it right.
It's not a
I
puppy
mean,
mill.
one of them probably was a puppy.
So what were you saying to Sanford?
I guess just a charisma check to get a better understanding. So
We got to actually say something to him.
Burk once if we just killed your friends.
Oh my God.
Arf!
listen,
Well,
Homur's a
there
lot.
you go.
It's a done deal.
Bark once if you understand our boundless regrets.
So
How do we know that Corin will be safe?
and Sanford stops and looks at you.
Why are we asking about Corn? Corn's coming with us.
Corin, stay behind.
Sanford kind of motions towards Corin
Oh, okay.
and then motions to like have her move up front.
Wait, we're all being let out?
Yeah, all of you are. Yeah.
But we still haven't found sanctuary.
No, the person you were talking to is let me clean up first, and he's asking for space.
We can give him a minute. It'll be okay. Let's just go outside. Don't argue right now. We just
So
we
asking
killed
help would
3
not.
dogs that are this
So
guy's
asking
friends.
to help would not be a good idea at this point.
No. Just
I
get
mean,
the hell out of there.
Yorick feels bad, but is...
Could I make an insight check, Pedro?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I would also like to
Guidance first.
regretfully check for the slightest hint of deceit here.
All right, 17.
Insight to see if you should stay and help, or insight for Sanford and his.
Stay and help, and then conversation with Stanford
Okay,
would be the
so
second. Well, I'll make
what'd you get? 17.
17.
Yeah,
Would the offer be of?
it would not necessarily offend depending on how you asked.
Okay.
So would you like to ask and stay?
I would. I'm just trying to find the right words. I'm not very good with them.
All right. So
What were their names?
you said that to Sanford.
I'm
Dog.
saying this to the strange man in the.
Oh,
gaudy
okay. So
attire.
going back to yeah. He looks down and he says, "Well, Mumford and Sanford," and then we've got Tucker, and we've got Jinxie, and he kind of chokes up on that one, and then Tony. Don't know why he was called Tony, but he liked it.
Stark.
I'm just writing this down to help remember, so I don't screw up
Okay.
the next part.
Yeah, Yorick would like to regretfully
What was the
make
last
an
one
insight
called?
check.
Tony,
Tony, thank you.
what are you doing, Yorick?
I would like to roll an insight check, just to
To see if he's lying about the names.
to see if his grief is genuine.
Oh, sure. Whatever you roll, it is genuine.
A 4.
Old Yeller
Yeah.
times
Across the board.
3.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's legitimately sad about dead dogs. He's not playing the long con on this one.
Remember the beginning of John Wick? It's like that, but 3 times that.
He's sad, but is he crying sad?
It's like, how sad
Okay, he
is
likes
really?
dogs.
I wouldn't understand
It's like
his
the movie
motivation.
Turner and Hooch, but instead of 1 dog, it's 3 dogs.
Oh my.
I like the idea that Brian's
remember-
determined to spoil as many pet-based movies as possible.
You remember Marley and Me?
There it is.
Yeah, that times 3.
So anyway, you do anything else, Homer?
Yeah. Are there any last rites or certain ceremonies that have to be conducted that we can provide some aid with?
We're gonna bury him, but I think right now I just want to get things cleaned up.
Can I help?
I'd appreciate that. And so you two spend the next 20 minutes getting the bodies, moving them around into a specific spot in the warehouse. The gentleman that you're with never mentions his name, like I said, but he works a bit of magic and he's able to clean up a lot of the blood and stuff
Gotta get down there and
afterwards. And then after that's all done, he leads you to the front, and the rest of you have been waiting outside, right? Yeah.
The murderers amongst us.
Once you stepped outside, Samford shut the door on you guys, and then suddenly appeared in front of you outside and sat across the street from you, staring at you.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. But then finally, about 20 minutes or so later, the door opens up, and Homer and this gentleman walk out. Or the door opens up, and the gentleman's like, "Come back inside."
We'll
Sir.
go in.
All right. So you, everybody walks in, and this gentleman looks at you, and he says, "Greetings. My name is Torrance Withers, and I need to know how you found yourselves into this warehouse." And then he kind of just like waves his hand, and the door locks as he closes his fist.
Magic circle on a ship. We used some magic to get here.
How did you open up my circle?
We used a portal stone.
What was a portal stone?
It's a
And Corn's excited.
artifact.
She steps forward. She's like, "We don't know either, right? Like, it's really crazy. We heard these people talking about it, and then we went and got it before them, and then we used it before them, and now we're here before them." And
And
he,
them is the
great.
reason we're on our guard. To
Oh
put it
crap! It
politely.
goes to their hideout, doesn't it? Gosh darn it!
he just looks at you. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. I'm saying that as a.
Oh, okay.
There's a group of people we believe are responsible for kidnapping Sanctuary, putting him in a box, paying the captain of the Falcon to transport the box without knowledge of its contents to the country city-state of, starts with a B, don't remember it, but Homer would.
Dormanier.
Dormanier starts with a D, not a B.
Yeah, I was like, and he
they're
says,
incredibly powerful, and they are after the box.
"You
we're
guys
here to save
figured us all
Sanctuary,
out by
so-
yourselves? Because so far you're word for word on this. I don't know how you guys figured it out, but he kind of leans against the wall and folds his arms.
Are you with them?
No. I've been trying to stop them. Once I found out what they were doing, I tried to intercept the package, as it were, and I did. I managed to get it away, but I was interrupted, and the whole plan kind of fell apart. And what's more, and he looks out into kind of the field of crates, right? And he says, I can't open the damn thing.
Cool.
There's some sort of
Insight
magic
check.
wrapped. Sure.
I've been let down before. 7.
7. Can't
Oh,
get
this
a
is
beat.
an honest
Can't.
vote.
Well, no. It's the way I don't know how everyone else rolls in insight and stuff. If you fail, you don't suddenly have to believe them. It's just that you can't get a beat either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, he says, can't figure how to open it. I've been stuck on it for a little while, so I used a lot of my own money, and I filled this place up with crates.
Smart.
So
To hide the one crate that matters.
that's the best I could do.
Pretty good, honestly.
Well, thank you. And that's the problem, is that it's got to be locked down with some powerful magic. I don't know if you guys have that sort of. I mean, I'm a bard of some renown, just throwing it out there. And basically,
Have I heard of him?
If you lived in Cosnick, right?
I lived in Cosnick.
Yeah. So no, he's pretty famous. You may not have ever seen him because he mostly performs at a well-to-do dining establishment called the Gallery, but he is a pretty well-renowned bar. He's actually more famous than Kasem.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's good.
We can let this one live.
So he says, yeah, this is my plan. Since I'm no stranger to the arcane arts myself, but I don't have the magical finesse needed to figure out the puzzle that keeps Sanctuary trapped in the crate. I've sent out some feelers to I've tried to reach people out in the flats, but I have no connections there. I've never been to the flats. I don't want to brag, but I'm self-taught, and you can't tell. But in this particular situation, that is not working out for me because I need somebody of some sort of magical caliber. If you guys have the magic and want to take a shot at it, and you can prove to me that you've got the magic, let's figure this out. But
I look at. Oh, go ahead.
No. He's like, I just don't have.
Yorick sheepishly, walks forward and, I am from the flats, and we do have a bit of an idea.
Are you doing that as well, Homer? Are you showing off your?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing this, like, ha.
No, that's why I was gesturing to Yorick, like.
Oh, gotcha.
Pull out your ring.
Yeah.
Your ring.
Yeah.
Let's all just keep doing this.
Yeah, it's called sex ed.
We have an idea.
Just everybody keep doing it, because it's not getting weirder.
And thus we were banned from Twitch.
Hey, excuse me. So,
to return to the somber atmosphere that is pervading here. Yes, we do have an idea when it comes to that magical field, and you were on the right track looking for people from the flats. He holds up the ring. This might help us.
is that a ring of the flats?
That is a ring of the flats.
What kind of magical prowess do you possess, my friend?
Only what I've learned to survive.
Okay. I know where that answer's leading. But would you... I'm running out of options here. Would you be willing to travel to the flats? Enlist the help we need? And come back?
We're in the service of Corin here to find sanctuary.
And she's like, well then, yeah, absolutely.
If that's what it takes.
You don't have to check with me on something like that. She says, like, let's go. I'm excited. I'm all in. Please give me my friend back. Can we see him? Maybe like, have you tried?
Here in the warehouse?
Have you tried like breaking the crates open? And Torrance is like, yes. I mean, I've tried everything from brute force to fire. Nothing cracks it.
At it.
Right.
You should collect those.
No.
Did I collect them for him like any of the
And
drop daggers?
He kind of pulls Corn to the side. You're observant, right, Odin?
Yeah.
So you can read the lips when he's like,
Oh,
Are you sure this is the right team to release Sanctuary? I mean,
I'm shaking my head in the back.
throwing daggers at the... I don't know. Are they not taking this seriously, or do they really think their daggers are extremely powerful? And she's like, it doesn't matter. this is who's here.
We're
And
scrappy.
they have pulled through every time. And what I mean by that is that no one's died yet.
Not
And,
on our team.
and he's like, all right, well, and he takes a step back, puts his hands on his hips, and he's like, well then, gentlemen, if you're willing, I don't want to leave this unattended. So I can't go to the flats and feel comfortable with the safety of this package.
Why do you need to go to the flats?
I need somebody of enough magical prowess to figure out how to break open this crate. If any of you know how to break open the crate, that's great, but
Would you be willing to allow our mage of the flats to take a look?
yeah, if you can prove to me that you've got some kind of power behind you.
Oh, you just need a demonstration?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because that, let me again. Let me.
how do I word this?
Well, he says, let me again make it a point that I am able to carve runes into the earth itself and rip open holes through space, and I can't break it open.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yorick,
No, yeah, I
Yorick
get it.
recalls his falcon and says, "That's a hole big enough for a bird. I mean, that's something."
So you have a familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks around. Are you willing to do this? And Corn says, I'm going to go no matter what. If I'm the only one that goes, that's fine. But this is the furthest we've gotten so far. I think we have to.
I think we should.
Where's
Would-
my
Yeah.
music box?
I
I'm
feel
with
like
you. I'm with you. I wanted to try the ring first. You know, you never know.
well, but just being around the box probably is not going to do the trick.
Maybe not.
And again, yeah, you have to get the box open, and that box seems impervious.
Can we probably?
Let me refresh my memory on the ring of the flats.
The ring of the
It
flats.
allows
So, yep, go ahead.
It permits you to spellcast in anti-magic fields.
So if
It's
you can
also-
get inside the box,
You're gold.
I thought it repelled anti-magic fields or something of that nature.
Not
Protected
repelled,
you
it just
from.
Oh, it's not a field effect. It's just whoever wears it.
Yeah, it's just a Josh
Right.
effect.
So good for you, Josh. You'll be able to cast magic.
Perfect.
Or would we give that to Corin?
We would probably have to give one to Corin because she'll basically die.
listen, we'll probably just kill some people in the flats and get some new rings. That's player talking, not character. Jesus Christ, please know that.
Well, while we're player
Listen.
talking, apparently my mic was unplugged,
Oh.
so I plugged that back in.
You sound great now.
Perfect.
Much better.
Oh my god.
I looked over at my mic and the green light wasn't on, and I was like, "Why is it not on?" Oh wait, I unplugged it so I could plug a flash drive in.
All right. So,
Pedro,
yes.
this whole time I've kind of been fiddling with my music box channeling so I don't have to spend astral die, and I bring out Whisper.
All right. So, yeah, this burst of steam rushes out of the music box. Torrance takes a step back at first, and then when he sees it, he's like, "You're a summoner." And he kind of nods and he says, "I feel a lot better about this now."
Why is it always the summoner that makes people happy?
Because they're extremely rare on COG.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
in that
Yeah, we're
case-
kind of like druids, but we're not totally anti-civilization.
And he kind of just wipes his brow and he's like, "All right, yeah,
Can
this
I
is
please see the box."
sure.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We probably do have to go, but just in case.
Yep.
Just so
So
we don't waste a trip.
he climbs up on one of the crates and he's like, "Follow me."
I have to climb.
He's like, "Yeah. I don't want to walk through the whole maze that I made."
I'll help him up.
Th-
Homer.
thank you, Odin.
Yeah. Two of you combined, you get up there fine.
Put a trench coat on and we're perfect.
Yeah. Corin wants to climb, and before she does, Torrance is like, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, she's heavy.
Just try to follow us, I guess. And she's like, "Oh yeah."
I'll go with Corin because I at least want her to be able to see the crate.
Yep.
It was actually the one thing I was going to ask for.
Yeah. So it takes you about 5 minutes of crossing the crates to get where the actual crate is, and another 15 minutes to wait for Connor and Corin to show up. But once everyone's together, there is one crate that he needs to push a couple other crates out of the way for. And then once he does, he shows you. And look, this crate looks just like all the rest of them. So there's no way to know that this is the crate, right? Unless he had shown it to you. And he says, "This is it."
Yorick, you're with me, right?
I am near you.
Can we do an investigation check real quick just to take a look around before the Arcana check?
Yeah, I'm.
It was, just so you guys know, it was covered in chains, but I can't figure out why. I took those chains off.
Where are those chains?
I sold them to the Brotherhood. It's a lot of metal.
Which brotherhood?
I pull out a glove. Which do you think?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, yeah. Put it away.
He takes a step back. What are you doing?
So
I am
we
a
might-
speaker.
I'm
Yeah,
a speaker
don't
too,
worry
but I
about
don't
that.
kill the Brotherhood of Iron.
Excuse me, can I interject for a minute?
Sure.
Where are we?
You're in Cosmic.
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you guys.
Yeah,
I told
player,
you
I
guys.
knew. Character didn't and is upset.
What are you guys so upset for? This is great. You guys can travel.
We're not liked here.
Yeah, I mean, just FYI, we escaped
Week
here a couple of
there
days
was
ago.
These wanted posters.
Were you killing dogs somewhere else?
No,
No.
Brotherhood
But we-
members.
It started out we were defending Corn over here from being destroyed by.
It's
the
like, that's true.
Brotherhood of Iron.
It's true. They did a great job. Good hustle.
That's how we all met, actually. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's how we
It seemed,
met.
yeah. It
All right,
seems
all
to
right.
me
So
that
take
the
your shot at the
Brotherhood-
crate so we can get going. I don't. I'm getting more and more uncomfortable with all of this.
The
Okay,
Brotherhood
probably
seemed
for the
to have a vested interest in keeping Corin from doing it, from finding sanctuary.
No, they were just wanting to take apart Corn.
They
As
were
a
looking
threat.
for another Brotherhood member.
Guys, I'm
and
serious.
Corin.
Take your shot. I'm done. I don't
Right.
like. I'm just-
Yorick, I
Wrap it
give you
up.
advantage.
Okay, Yorick is going to maybe touch the crate with the hand that has the Ring of the Flats on it and make a investigation check.
Okay. We fail.
All right.
So it feels like a crate.
Nothing.
Nothing happened with your ring.
Yeah, it's definitely a crate. Homer, you got anything?
I'm not gonna.
Torrance
You didn't even
was
have
looking.
to roll. He just said you lost. Let's wrap it up.
Torrance is looking
Move
at
on
Corn,
to the
and she's
next
like, "They're really good. Their methods are hard to understand, probably,
Corn,
but
stop lying.
All right. So,
she's fake coughing.
let's all head to the flats, you guys. Let's go.
Yay! How do you suggest we get there?
I don't. Maybe Torrance has an idea because he
I would-
can make portals in the middle of the air.
No, I cannot make portals in the middle. I can create a teleportation circle.
You carve runes into the
No,
earth.
what you're gonna want to? Why would I mean? It's travel
Steven,
city
that
of
means-
Cosmic. I would take an airship, or I would take the jump rail.
Well, how would
We
you
do.
suggest that we travel if we are on wanted posters?
It's a great question.
It's a good question.
We ask
I
ourselves
would
the same
make
question.
disguises and cleverly bluff my way onto the jump rail. Because if you're going to go by airship, it's going to take you like 2 months or more just to get to Coastin. And
Yeah.
Coastin is like the furthest you can get on Cog before you have to cross the chasm of dead magic and frozen land masses that is known as the Flats. And no airship will fly into the Flats at all, ever. So Coastin's your destination.
Cool.
Jump rail, huh?
So the jump rail, huh?
That sounds about right.
Cool.
So disguises, huh? Yorick?
Disguises. I'll see what I can do.
Let's give it a shot. Why not?
Do you have
What am I guessing? I'm sorry. Torrance is like, all right, let's go. I don't. And he starts walking. He climbs up on the crate and starts walking across the crates.
Whisper?
All right, let's get moving.
Do you have any ideas?
Whisper looks and Whisper looks at a small crack in the crate.
Can you see what's inside there? Like, don't go all the way in. Just take a look.
It pokes its head in just a bit, and then comes back out.
Is Sanctuary in there? Okay.
Well, we've confirmed that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how to get in.
And it goes further in. And then comes out.
And no. Okay. Thank you, Whisper. Always help. Thank you. Okay.
Don't get him trapped in there.
Stop.
There's really a non-magic field inside there. You don't want him to get stuck.
Well, he's not exactly magic. He's something else. Whisper.
This has been ASMR.
Is he alive in there? Is that thing talking to him?
What are you? Sorry. What is it, Yorick?
Yorick is just seeing the steam flint in and out, so he's like, "What?"
Torrance stops, turns around. What are you guys doing? Wait, can you get in there or not?
Whisper. Thank you.
Well, okay.
Hang out for a bit. He seems cool. Do you like dogs? We've never been around dogs before.
It looks over to the area where you fought him, and it's like.
Okay. Sorry, Whisper.
And Torrance is like,
Do you wanna?
all right,
Yep, let's
go. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we can go.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna keep talking to Whisper.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
away from the box.
Yep.
No, Yorick. He doesn't see a way in. Like, he is a way in for him, but not a hole big enough for us.
Oh, did he say he was okay?
Yeah, Sanctuary's in there.
Oh, but Sanctuary didn't say he was okay in there. Okay.
Well,
I
then
go up to the hole. Sanctuary.
nothing. But you can actually speak to the to your steam elemental, and it chooses at this point to talk, and it's like it whispers something just to you, and only you can understand it anyway. But it's like it looks dead.
I'm gonna keep. Okay, not gonna say anything. I'm just. Thank you, Whisper. Not gonna say anything to anybody else, but I'm gonna probably be a little pale, uncomfortable. Make a bluff check real quick.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Yorick's gonna just ignore that.
All right.
We're gonna need some makeup.
Sounds
for
like
that
we have to.
paleness.
We're gonna have to disguise us up. My disguise kit works for multiple folks.
You would exhaust it completely to disguise all of us was decided last time.
All right.
However, yeah.
There's nothing that's gonna disguise me with my rifle.
Yeah, and they are looking for 2 halflings, a tall person, and a dwarf. So I think we also decided that we can't hide our race with the disguise kit.
Yeah. I mean, not your fantasy race. I guess you could try to go blackface, but that's not where I want
Right.
to take this stream.
Oh no, we just killed dogs, man. Come on.
Yeah, Yorick would also sort of lean over to the stranger and tell him if there's anything we can do, just don't hesitate.
I'm trying to get you guys to do. I'm trying to get you guys to go.
Okay.
Yorick. Rest of the group. Should I hide as a Brotherhood of Iron member to help speed things up, or would that be a really, really bad idea?
That's a good question.
I mean, do you have the entire outfit or just a glove?
We got 2 gloves. That's it.
So
Okay,
from our
then-
encounters with the Brotherhood before, they all have the same uniform.
Some of them are just
that?
wearing. I mean, it's more that they're just wearing what they need to for the job they're on. So,
Okay.
yeah, they don't really have a uniform that they're wearing.
It's not been the Starfleet regalia.
No.
Okay. That might work. Escorting prisoners.
To the rail station.
Aren't we? Am I still?
Yeah, I mean, we can refine the story.
Am I still? I'm pretty sure I'm still able to take off my cloak and be fine.
So yeah,
Because-
that could probably work for him.
So,
So
yeah.
now we really just have to worry about Connor and Corin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it absolutely ridiculous to think that if I was to put on some Evie's cape that
My cloak.
that I could kind of hide the rifle?
It's a really long cloak if you put it on.
Yeah, it's a cloak for a 6'2" person.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, we could try hiding you again, and then it's just
Let's
like
just
last
stealth
time-
our way.
stealth, right?
Let's just roll for it.
That
There
has
you go.
always worked before.
Let's go.
All right. So
Stealth only ever works.
Anybody have pass without a trace?
Mr. Withers.
yes.
I'm sorry again for Tucker, Jinxie, and Tony.
Thank you. And he takes a
And I
big.
look to Samson and I'm sorry.
And they both nod at you. They don't look at you, but they kind of nod in your direction. As you guys are walking through the maze again, Torrance does look over at you, Connor, and he's like, "Gunslinger, eh?
Yes.
What? Who's your master?"
Nina.
Nina. And he kind of nods and he says, "Well, my mother is a gunslinger as well." But
Really?
yeah, it's not her master though. She's a Benjamin Manley.
Awesome.
So,
Brian.
but he just kind of shrugs. He's like, "I don't know, just didn't know if he knew her or not." You guys continue walking through the maze, and then you walk out the door, and you... sorry, it's just really weird like, when you move your mic.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's just... I think my headphones are like really perceptive to that stuff.
I've got a speak mic system, but I didn't have time to set
No,
that
it's
up,
okay.
so I'll do that for next time.
Maybe. So, you guys step out, and you guys are gonna do some stealth checks.
I think
Oh.
Is that what we've decided?
Oh no,
Brian.
Brian has been lost to the void.
Brian was so stealthy. Yeah.
Oh, can we do that for our stealth checks?
We're heading straight to the jump rail, guys.
Well,
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
just
it.
I'm just taking off my cloak. No, because I'm pretty sure I'm fine.
You don't want to aid us with your stealthiness?
No. Okay, I could stealth with you guys, but I feel like if we fail, then let's just 3 of the 5.
Real quickly, Brian says that he lost the internet. He's gonna try and get back. I have a 6.
20.
Perfect.
I make sure to walk so that my shadow falls exactly on him in the middle of the road.
Cool. I know who this is.
Oh man, this is some awesome exposition happening.
Yeah. So sorry you had to miss it. Fix it. Fix it.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
We really need Brian for this one too.
We need Felix.
Check. This is the problem, is that when somebody leaves, I have to change to the other scene. And
Hey, Brian's face is...
We can hear check, but you're very quiet.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm back on the normal.
Brian's
So.
on his phone.
Oh wow.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's
Hey.
up? How's it going, man?
Hey, just in time for Pedro to repeat exposition, because when you left, stream didn't hear it.
Yeah.
We got some serious exposition happening here,
Oh,
Brian.
yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
So let's try this again. All right. So you successfully stealth your way through the city of Kosnik up to a point. Right now we've got Odin walking the streets, refusing to stealth because he has his cloak off. But the rest of you are, you seem to be doing pretty well for yourselves. Once you've crossed paths with the Brotherhood of Iron's headquarters, the quietness that surrounds it caught your attention. And then as you turn to look a little closer at the headquarters, emerging from the entrance of the Brotherhood of Iron's headquarters is a man. He's 5'7", and his hair is pulled back into a small blonde ponytail. He has a tucked-in shirt, and in his left breast pocket is a pair of reading glasses. He has pressed slacks, and he walks with a heavy heart. In his arms is a body that he has wrapped in a beautiful blue cloak. On his shoulder is a gray tabby, most likely a kitten. It's covered in matted fur, and it looks well fed. And he's walking outside. Like I said, he's walking with just an absolutely heavy heart. People are quiet. They're kind of stepping back. They're not sure what to do. And he takes a couple more steps out, and he stops, and he sighs. And he looks around. And there's a couple dwarves out on the side. And he sees them, and he says, just kind of nods at them. And they nervously approach. And he starts talking to them. You guys aren't close enough to hear.
Can I read their lips?
You can read the gentleman's lips. You can't read
Cool.
the other ones. And he says, your leader is no more. The entire research and development team has been disbanded. I'm going to be back very soon, and we're going to discuss how this entire city is going to be run. I trust that you and the rest of yours understand that mistakes were made, and it is with much regret that conversations did not go the way I wanted them to. A good woman has died, and after I tend to this, I'm going to come back. I recommend that you're ready for my arrival. Why is Brian here twice?
Hang on.
Stereo.
Oh my gosh.
Spooky. You gotta make sure Pedro's audio works now.
I'm not changing it, so I just need Brian to kill.
No. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang out over on this side for now.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm glad I can read lips, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Well done.
I'm like, Odin's only gonna tell you that shit went down.
There, fixed.
Yeah, I mean, if no one else is, Yorick's gonna nudge.
Thank you. I couldn't figure out how to get
It's
out.
okay. It's just like, I just had to kick you. Excuse me.
So what I was about to say was, do I recognize that man?
You recognize this individual immediately. This is Benjamin Manley, one of the 5 masters.
Yorick nudges him and says unnecessarily, "Hey, it's another gunslinger."
Yeah, I feel like I would almost run up to him.
Do you immediately kind of come out of the stealth like, ah?
Well, I mean, because
Yeah.
it's like not every day that you see friggin' celebrity, especially not one coming out of the Brotherhood of Iron.
Mhm.
With his gun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
would he know me? I don't think so, right?
Probably
No
not.
real reason for it.
Yeah.
But Mr. Mansley.
His name's Manley.
Manly.
I know Ertleby says Mansley all the time, but
Yes, she does.
yes.
Curses.
Yeah. So you run out, and he's kind of surprised to see you all of a sudden, and then he nods at you, and he says, "I did not know there were other gunslingers here."
Well, I have been trying to keep a low profile because I heard the Brotherhood was taking guns.
The Brotherhood's not a problem anymore. And he takes a look at the other dwarves, and they kind of nod and take a few steps back. And he says, "Don't leave my eyesight, just give me space." And you've never seen the Brotherhood react so obediently, but they kind of take a few steps off to the side, lower their heads and wait.
Are there more masters here?
No, not yet.
I-
And then he stops
haven't
for a
seen-
second, and he says, "What? I have to ask you right away. I'm sorry to ask you in this way, but who is your master?"
Nina, is everything okay?
And he takes a knee, and he lays the body that he has with him down on the ground, and he says, "I'm very sorry to inform you that Nina has passed." And he casts his gaze downward.
How? Well,
And he turns back and he says, "The Brotherhood of Iron." And you can tell that he had been crying earlier, and the tears are starting to come back up a little bit.
why are they still alive?
The ones responsible for this were taken care of, and I'll be back with some more people, a couple of the other masters, and we're going to have a long conversation about what happens next.
Where's her rifle?
There was another gunslinger here, a student of hers, and she had gifted the rifle to that individual.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and he looks at you, and he kind of stares into your eyes, and he says, "This is the beginning of something very unfortunate, very large, and You need to be ready when we call for you. All the gunslingers will need to be ready when we call for you.
Okay.
No rights were wrong today, but a path towards a different kind of tomorrow starts. If you need to pay your respects, do so now.
Yeah, I do. I don't necessarily want to get into it, but yeah,
Sure.
I would definitely probably crouch right next to her
Yeah.
and say a couple words.
So he kind of clears his throat and takes her into his arms, stands up, and says, we'll find you when it's time.
Please do.
Your name?
I'll be ready. Connor Rath.
Connor Rath. Where are you heading?
We're heading to the flats.
And he kind of chokes up a little bit, and he's like, Nina was very fond of the flats. Take her with you in your heart. And he kind of nods at you again and takes a walk. And everybody in the area, the few citizens that were around are shocked. The dwarves don't know what to do. They don't even notice you or anyone else that's around the area. They just look at each other and they're still shaking a little bit, and they walk inside. As they walk by, you notice that the presence of Benjamin Manley kind of took the air from the area, and you hadn't really noticed what was around you. As you kind of come back to your senses and he leaves the area, you notice that there are several vault armors that are half collapsed on themselves. It's about 4 or 5 machine units that were destroyed all along the perimeter of the Brotherhood of Iron's headquarters. And if you want to give me a roll, Homur, I can tell you more information.
Do it. Roll it. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Pedro, there was a slight pause when you said take her with you in your hearts. And I thought he was gonna give Connor the body.
Do we have Homur?
Homer, are you still there?
I can hear you kind of broken and choppy.
You're kind of broken and choppy when you said that. Homer, if you want to do a roll, you can find out some more information about the broken vault armor.
Guidance? 4. I wanted it to be better.
Yeah. Oh,
19.
Yep.
Oh. He said his total roll was 19.
Oh, there's a here kind of echo. Let me see if that's my stream again. My side of it.
It's probably my fault. For busting out and busting in.
Yeah, we'll see if this should fix it. If it doesn't, let me know. Can someone else say something real quick?
Yo.
Okay.
Hello.
Cool. Okay, this should be good then. Thank you for mentioning that, Neotech. Thank you. Okay, so after this, yeah, it's just me again, yeah. What are you all doing?
I didn't learn anything.
I think what did you roll again?
19.
Oh, 19. I heard a 9. I was like, no, man, you didn't learn shit.
No.
A 19. So what startles you about the deconstruction of these vault armors is the fact that they were incredibly well-placed shots meant to take out their joints, meant to take out like support areas, with a final shot landing in the center of the armor and causing the vault armors have a sort of internal failsafe that causes them to essentially release an electromagnetic wave that goes out, kind of detonates the armor, and then brings anything in the area back into it. And there were shots that caused the armor to kind of collapse on itself, and then a final shot that took that core out. And that's how they were defeated. There's five of them out there right now. So
Damn.
Maybe write those spots in the old notebook.
Just gonna take a couple of notes on these critical points and other
well,
doodads.
as you're standing out there writing Torrance, like it'd be best if we left.
30 seconds.
He's walking. He's like, I don't want to be around here.
Scribbling.
That's fair. But remember how you felt about your dogs?
He stops and turns to you. What? What did you say?
Still scribbling. Still scribbling.
Just saying. That was my gunslinger master that he just carried away dead.
And he stops and he says, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to. I was more talking to your friend here.
No, it's totally okay. I'm like I said, I'm still very sorry about your dog, friends. And
No, it's.
But we've all lost someone today now, and I feel like it's my fault all around. So,
Connor, this was not your fault.
well,
Goes back to scribbling.
We ran away. I chose to run instead of fighting. So,
Connor, real quickly, look at these points.
you just
These were
finish your
by-
scribbles.
This was. I'm trying to
just joking,
comfort
I'm
you. It's just
comfort you.
seriously, just Connor. This was a master. It took a master to get in there. Even like Eve, our powers combined probably wouldn't have been able to do this. At best, you would have just been joining Nina. And that is not something she would have wanted. Goes back to scribbling. Just, we need you, Connor. And I'm sorry.
Wes in the chat's like, meh, it wasn't that hard.
You're not level 2, are you?
For your NPC. It wasn't that hard for you, the NPC that was with you.
Oh my god! All right, so
I finish my scribbles, my notes, and
Yeah.
I rejoin the group, and I do an insight. It's damn Connor. Shoulder pat.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it right now, but
Oh my
we
gosh.
can talk later. It's okay. I'm not upset with you. But I wish we had killed more dwarves before we left, I guess. I'd feel a lot less bad.
Do you want to steal some gauntlets?
Yes.
No,
We still have a ways to go before the jump rail, you know.
we don't. We don't really need
Lots
them
of things
anymore
can
now, do we?
happen.
Torrance is watching you guys talk, and he's like, "Well, I'll see you there," and he starts walking.
Oh yeah, I'm
He's
walking.
going to the jump rail.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right.
I feel like following Benjamin.
But Corin jump rail thing, we should.
Why would
Yeah.
we follow Benjamin at all?
To the jump rail?
He's not. Was he headed to the jump rail?
Oh, I thought you said he was headed that way. Never mind.
We're following Torrance.
Yes.
All right. So, you all follow Torrance as you head towards the jump rail. It takes some time to navigate to the city, and eventually you have to take the steam lift down. Torrance pays for that lift, and then you clear all the way to the outskirts of the lower city. And Jump Rail Station, as it's called, is a huge, beautiful construction. It's got a large platform that you step up to, and then the jump rail itself is an impressive piece of machinery. It has about 15 cars, if you will, like booths or sections, and the jump rail itself it's covered in huge valves that release the steam. It sits on top of one large rail, and no one's quite sure how it moves. But once it's ready, it almost feels like it lifts up and then propels itself along this rail that heads out of town. There are big, spacious windows for people to see out of. The machinery, like I said, it's smooth and beautiful metal. The craftsmanship is exquisite, but it is wrapped and covered in sort of the more gaudy, necessary tech that propels it forward. Once you get up into the area, you walk forward, and there's several different ticket spots, ticket booths, if you will. So you step up to one of them, and there is a wanted poster of you guys with more accurate description sitting up there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there a description of me?
I take that.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more of your face.
Can I take that?
Well, I mean, there's a dwarf sitting behind the counter. He's right there. As
I kind of feel like I don't know if I care.
Yeah. So you walk up and
Maybe we could take it.
Yeah, yeah.
I would.
yep, the dwarf sees you guys and he's like, "Welcome to Jump Rail Station. How can I help you?"
I'm ticket to
Flats.
Yeah, the flats.
Costas.
He's
Coasted, yes.
He's like, "Coasting is a far better bet. The flats, the jump rail would just have to just plummet into the empty sky. We're not gonna really. That's not.
As close as we can get.
That's yeah. There's no pass for that.
Let's stop just short of that. That
Sure.
sounds perfect. Yeah.
And then he looks at the poster of you guys because it's double sided, and he's like, "Huh," and he takes it down and rips it up.
Aww.
I wanted that.
And he's like, "Really?"
Yeah.
That's the response.
Do you have another?
And he looks over at Connor. He's like, "Trying to help you out here."
Appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks.
So, you want to go all the way out to Coaston?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
please.
250 gold apiece.
Is Torrance around?
Torrance is here. Yeah, he's like, just looking at you guys like,
How much money did you get the other night?
Oh, that's right.
I think it was only 120, but
I stare at Homer.
Homer stares at Pedro.
Pedro?
How much is?
Oh,
How much was in the bag?
let me see. 117 gold.
Oh, fantastic. Cool.
I'm gonna put that in my inventory.
All right.
so what should we do if we don't have that amount? Is there something that we can work towards?
Like business class or?
And he says, "No, we just got one class. It's go class." I mean,
Huh.
you could ride out to the Axiom if you want. That'll get you about halfway there. It's 100 gold a piece.
Any odd jobs you need done around here that we could dishes need washing?
Wait, this is kind of weird. Why did this dwarf tear up our posters?
That's a great question.
Probably do.
He said he was trying to
Inside
help
check?
us.
Sure.
No, he did say that. I'm just wondering why. Just why? Insight. Cool. 10.
Great question.
Don't get a feel.
No.
What?
Great question. But yeah. So he's like, 100 gold. I'll get about halfway there.
For all of us?
I mean, a
All
piece.
right.
Yeah, each one of you.
Each of us is 100.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot we're poor.
Okay. Sir, what are some other options that we could do? I see that you were trying to help us out by taking down the sign. What else could we do? We don't have any
The
gold.
next city over is at Golium. You could go there. That's only 25 gold apiece.
How much would it be to get from Golium to the next city down the line?
I mean, it's gonna. Let me tell you the truth. we're not dumb. It's going to cost you 250 gold to eventually get to coast, and you're not going to be able to shortchange us on a couple different trips.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Sorry.
No, I know. I'm not mad. I'm just I'm a dwarf. That's how I have to talk. I talk like with this really grumpy sounding voice, so I don't really have a lot of range when I talk. So,
Of course.
His voice suddenly changed.
I guess
This
that's
hurts
why
a
I'm.
lot. How do you do that?
so, I mean, 25 gold gets you to the next stop. And Torrance is like, dude, you guys are adventurers. You don't have any coin?
Well,
I
we
was a
just
cook.
started.
Honestly, we used all our coin getting here. First away from here and then back here.
Well, you did it.
And now we're stuck here.
You can't afford to go to Egolium?
Oh,
we
can
could
totally
get
afford
there.
that.
And then
Well,
we probably
here
would have to
ish.
work for a while to earn up the money, and then at that city we could take that thing and might.
Yeah, and
would it
Torrance
be-
is like, you're adventurers. Of course you can earn money once you get there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What are you going to do, guys? Go over there or earn some money here in...
I think we should get out of here.
Speak
Torrance is like, I agree.
I
He
would
pats you
concur.
guys on the shoulder and he's like, it's been interesting. I really hope that this pays off. And then he does kind of kneel down to Connor and he's like, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
Well,
Talk to me later if you want her immortalized in story. He means that sincerely. He just
I will. Thank you.
and he stands up and
And I'm sorry.
Torrance.
And I am sorry again for your friends. Very sorry.
speaker.
keep him safe.
I will. And he turns around with like a magnificent flourish, and then struts his way out.
Also, one last thing.
Stops.
I-
He's
I
like,
kinda
"Yeah, that was a
misspoke.
great exit." And I mean, here we are. And he turns around, devastated. What is it?
Yeah, your clothes are a bit gaudy.
No,
They
they're
don't really help you
gorgeous
blend
as
in.
fuck.
Yeah, are you trying to lay low?
He closes the cloak. I got you. I feel you.
By all means, try again. I'm sure it'll just. I just
No.
want to let
He
you know.
cloaks up
it's
and
just-
struts his way away.
You ruined his exit.
Okay.
This is what we do.
Sorry.
We ruined cool exits.
So
Yours
Corin's
just
like,
gonna
"I
shake his head.
all right. I mean, who's got 25 gold? Let's get going."
Homer.
Oh, look at the party.
Yeah,
Pretty
we're
sure-
we're gonna need your help here.
Pretty sure we saw you take some stuff off of
Yeah, I got this one. I got drinks are on me.
All
I
right.
go back to the dwarf. I count out the money. Not as attached to it as I am mechanical things. So.
Yeah, so 100 gold. Corin pays her own way.
Okay. That helps.
All right.
Thank you, Corin.
So he gives you a gold token. It's got a kind of specific little set of glyphs on it. It's dwarven script, so you just see what it says. It says Egolium. Like it's nothing special for for Homer, but the rest of you might be like, "Whoa, gorgeous!" Like, and he's
No, I
like,
can read it.
Evie would probably know what it is because he
I
knows
read
dwarvish.
"Oh yeah, thank you." So yeah, he's like, "Just hand this in
I show this to Odin.
and give me
Just can't get enough of these.
perception checks, all of you."
Oh boy. Go. I lost my d20. Oh yeah,
11.
I love my low rolls lately.
Evie,
Let's see. 5 plus 3 is 7.
Josh.
5 plus
11.
3 is 8.
I know.
Okay,
I
look,
just
I'm not good at math.
just gonna leave it.
20. I rolled a 20.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
What did you get, Homer?
20 non-natural.
Nice. Okay. So, the both of you noticed that, like, when he said that last sentence, he didn't have any kind of gruffness to his voice.
What last sentence?
The dwarf person, as he handed us, "Have a nice trip."
Yeah.
He didn't have the "have a nice trip" that dwarves have. That I don't.
Oh.
So, see you later. Come on, go. Get out of here.
Yeah, have a good day.
Player knowledge.
Are you choking?
Yeah.
Do I sound like that?
It's up to you. I don't
Sound
care.
like you were choking.
Sure. Let's say he does that because that hurts.
All right, so you guys are good to go then. You guys, the next departure is in a half hour. So,
Does he have?
Sweep.
Oh, did you write a letter yet to send to your family?
Really haven't had time.
You have time. Here's a sheet of paper. Here's a quill.
To be
How are
fair,
you
we
gonna get
slept for 8 hours on a ship.
And then left immediately after.
Quill, paper, bench, go.
Can we write it while we're on the thing? Like his
I
family
mean, that
doesn't
would be
live
more
here.
cinematically beautiful, I suppose. But we kind of ruined his exit. Should we really have a moment like that?
Can we just get on the?
yeah, you can
The
get
train.
on the train. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just keep moving and then like he'll just accept
Alright.
that he's written his thing and
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've sent off a letter.
it's terrible. It's terrible radio. Let's all. How is that letter going?
All right.
This is going on YouTube, not on the podcast.
Yeah. So this train is going to travel for about a day and a half. So you got a little bit of time. You get into the car. The seats are made of leather and they're extremely comfortable in spots. Not every spot. You gotta sometimes find the right seat. But yeah, they've got like essentially like cabinets, like little spaces for you to sit in. They call them. So you kind of have like a little hovel to yourselves if you want to, if it's four. But
Oh.
Mighty comfy
Corin's
novel.
not averse to standing awkwardly next to you guys. So
Corin, have a seat.
this is why you'll get tired. I won't.
Yeah, but we have two halflings. They only take up one seat.
If you stack them.
Or wide.
Hearing that, Yorick kind of spreads out and takes up both armrests.
Oh my god, you man spread. All right, so you guys figure out a seating situation.
I call a window seat.
All right, so you guys dibs your way into the seating situation.
Are you the guy who wants the window seat but then has to pee every 30 minutes?
No.
Yeah, but you guys have a chance to. You guys want to just essentially skip ahead? Do you guys want to take a chance to talk everything out real quick? It's up to you guys.
I would mention aside to Corin. So you were asking about dreams the other day. What's up with that?
Oh, I don't dream, so
You or Forge don't dream?
me.
Oh. Lucky.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I've never...
Why are you the only? Have you asked anyone else if they dream or
No. Why?
No, I was just curious if it was just you or something that no other Forge dreams as well.
Well, I never thought to ask anybody else.
You should do it. It can sometimes be a good conversation piece when interacting with other people.
I tried it the other day, and you guys didn't want to talk about it.
Well, you woke us up during it.
I'm sorry. I guess I just wasn't
Yeah.
fully there at the time.
Okay, well, that's fine.
When we find Sanctuary, you can ask him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have something to talk about.
There you go. Icebreaker.
She's kind of
We're here
excited.
An icebreaker with someone she already knows.
Are there any snacks on this?
Yeah, you guys get serviced food and stuff like that. So,
I like the idea. Can we roll perception to see if there's any places to hide on?
Yes, Neotech.
oh yeah,
Halflings are have a better time.
Can I aid?
can you? I guess you guys can try to find a place to stow away. Yeah.
Who's
I don't
got
know.
good perception here? I'll be working with you just to give the aid.
We only have a
It'd be
+1.
investigation, not perception.
Oh, I help York.
Oh, sure. He would naturally try to make a little mischief anyway. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. How much do I get?
Advantage.
Oh, advantage.
You said this was investigation, not perception.
Yes.
17.
Cool. That's gonna be a 16.
You look around. I mean, you could stuff like one of the halflings inside like a overhead storage.
Peace out. See you guys at the end.
See you on the other side of success.
Wow.
See you in a month, suckers.
It's just like a pick them up like this.
All right. So,
But I mean, I will make note of the fact
so
that like
no.
anyone that rides the jump rail would know. Anyone who's gone that far. I mean, obviously, Yorick, at least you would know because you've been in the flats. Homer, you probably know this too.
Homer was there kind of by accident, airship-ish.
Okay. Well, at least Yorick, you would know. Riding the jump rail cuts time down in half, so it's still going to take you a month. So like we're talking of like halfling in the cupboard for like 30 days.
He could still
right.
sneak
You
out
go,
for the
Connor.
snacks and just like go back into hiding. Like
It's dedication.
Snacks
Snacks in a really
It's
big
dedication.
bottle. Yeah.
Connor, your gun
Wow,
really stands
Josh,
out. We need
well
to
done.
put you in the overhead compartment.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So you guys rest
All
up. I assume you're going to go to sleep for the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So you rest up. You got full hit points. You got full resources and half of your max hit dice back.
Cool.
It's
Well, those dogs we killed.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? You guys did get experience for that. Hold on. You guys did earn it.
I don't want it.
Perfect.
I don't want it.
I'll take it.
I'll take any experience I could get.
50 XP apiece for those that are.
50. Oh boy.
are you complaining about your dog murder?
Yeah, I really wanted this to be more worth it.
Just really hoping the emotional damage that I gained from
Yeah.
killing someone else's dogs.
Where's the payoff?
The
So we're at
payoff
five,
is
but-
we try not to kill everything next time.
So,
we're at 599 now, right?
Yes.
$5.99, yeah.
Just one more experience and we'll have
before
even number.
dawn breaks, I need you all to make perception checks.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Ooh,
Okay.
disadvantage. Oh,
I'm gonna use these dice just for fun.
oh, that's
Cool.
14.
And after all that time we spent to save a tree,
Same as you, Brian.
14 over here.
ah,
I got 17 on my non-disadvantage roll.
17?
Oh, well, mine.
Wait, hold
No,
on.
no,
What's. Okay. 3,
14.
3. What'd you get, Evie?
14.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot we're a sign language positive podcast.
Yorick.
We are?
We are now. Given the choice, Homer, I would like to.
I'm not that fluent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. You
Um,
want me
so,
to sign?
do you know sign language?
You didn't see him
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
to
I saw
whoever was
him
off
using it
camera last week.
time.
I forget. Sorry.
Clearly, we're not important to Pedro.
So, yeah.
Is
Who?
just the
Sorry, who got the 17?
I got a 14.
14. Okay, 14. Let's see. Oh wow. Most of you actually rode pretty low. So all of you, let's say, wake up to hear a kind of a rustling sound in your midst. So you have the cabin to hang out with, but then when it's time to actually go to sleep, there's another cabin that you go to report to. There's only 2 per room. So which one of you is not sleep? Is Corin sleeping by herself, or are one of you sleeping by yourself?
I'll sleep by myself.
Okay. Yep. All right.
was gonna say I would because I was grumpy.
It's up to you.
We're not leaving you by yourself, Connor. We need to make sure you're okay.
Aw.
Friendship.
TKO.
All right.
Team
So
kill.
who's sleeping in what cabin? So Connor, who's with Connor?
Probably.
All right, Corin.
Oh,
I'm setting you up, Brian. Just like you asked in chat.
And then Homer is by
Making
himself.
my moves.
So,
Odin
yeah,
and
each
I
of
talk metal.
okay. Homer and Connor, you both wake up to the same sound. This kind of weird wispy rustling sound, and as you kind of rub your eyes and look, this it almost looks like a shadow is ripping itself off of the wall, and then before you know it, it takes form into a familiar shape, the same sort of assassins that had found their way into your rooms beforehand. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Man.
Should not have done that. I should not have done that.
Just them or all of us?
Just them, actually. You're good, you and Odin.
Sleeping peacefully.
We'll go ahead and roll initiative just so that if you guys get into the combat somehow,
Oh,
we know where you're at. All right, so Connor?
21.
Nice. Yorick?
16 or 20.
Okay.
Forgot to add my initiative bonus.
Odin?
8.
Homer?
I need new dice.
4.
That's a 4.
All right, so we start. Connor. Yeah, he watches this shadow kind of just like and rips itself off of the wall and then takes this kind of hooded yet completely made of shadow form.
I remembered you guys. How close are they?
There's only one, and it's
How close
within
is
10 feet.
That's disadvantage for short distance, correct? For the gun?
No, you need to be melee range for it to be disadvantage.
Oh, great. Well, I'm not playing around with this guy. I'm gonna
Talk to it first. Make sure it's not sentient and just hear.
Oh, it's definitely sentient. It tried to kill us last time. I'm okay with this one. It's not a dog.
We're gonna find out it's someone's pet shadow.
Oh.
Well, at this point, I don't care about the shadow. It's
Anyways,
trying to
Yeah,
kill
they're
us.
undead.
I'm going to yell out to Corin because Corin's not sleeping, correct?
She's laying there with her face
she?
down in the bed,
Okay.
and she's not moving.
Okay. Corin, this
Huh?
is going to be loud.
Ah! She turns around and she's like, oh, it's one of those things! And she just points at it.
All right. So I'm going to roll for my rifle.
Yes, you do.
This is 26 hit their AC.
Oh, let me check. Oh, shit, yes.
All right. I'm sorry, everyone. I got a 9 damage.
All right, 9 damage. So you kind of quickly grab for your gun, take a shot, and there's a thunderous echo that rips through the nearby cabins. If you're
Wake
not
up.
awake, you're awake now. And you did how much? 9 damage?
9 damage. And can I move back at all? Any?
You got like 5 more feet you can move.
Whatever it takes.
All right. Yorick, you're now awake.
Yorick runs into the cabin and are you drunk? Oh crap! And then pulls out the rapier.
All right.
Oh crap! 7.
So you burst out of your room, and you grabbed your rapier on the way. Burst into the room.
Oh no, I sleep with it. Yeah.
This is my favorite rapier.
And
It's there
burst
just
into
for
the
the
room
show.
dramatically, and then you just kind of go right through this shadowy creature. Its turn. It's going to ignore Yorick and go right for Connor.
Why are they after Connor and me?
What's your AC, Connor?
16.
16? Oh, well. You can feel just the cold air rush right along the side of your neck as you barely avoid the attack. The very strength inside of you feels like it's going to leave you if it touches you.
Oh, God.
Odin?
Okay.
So,
what strength?
nice try, guys.
Yeah,
Someone already
Brian.
made. Wait. So you watch as Yorick like bursts out of his bed and rushes out with his rapier that he sleeps with.
Her name is Felicia.
Odin, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna just quickly get out of bed and throw a dagger.
All right. He's got half cover, so as you run into that room.
Okay. That's a 14 hit.
14. Give me half a second. A 14 to hit.
Yep.
You miss.
Cool.
So you throw the dagger, but you're trying to compensate for Yorick too much, and your aim is off. Corin.
Thanks for compensating.
Corin is half a second. All right, so she reaches out. She fumbles for her infinity symbol, pushes it forward, and then this kind of like beacon of light rips out of it and then encompasses you, Connor, and you feel warm and safe inside this field of light that's wrapped around you.
I gotta hug you guys.
Homer, you've woken up, and that's that same shadowy type creature you faced before is ripping itself off of the ceiling and coming down at you as its mouth that is newly formed stretches out and threatens to engulf you.
Its mouth?
God damn it, they're dementors.
Gust away.
Gust away. All right, go for it. What I gotta be a 15 again?
15 still. I gotta get stronger.
All right, you crash into the ceiling. Does it take damage? Or is it just a push?
It just kind of holds it there.
All right, yeah. So it gets thrown back against it, and it's trying to push against the winds, and you can see it trying to stretch parts of its face and its body at you, but to no avail. How long is it stuck like that for?
Next turn?
Until the end of your next turn?
Until my next turn.
Okay. All right.
Does
so
that
it's stuck
cause any
there.
noise?
Yeah, you can hear a gust of wind rip out.
A hurricane inside a cabin?
Yeah, and it's a new round, Connor.
Is
So
anybody? is
Corin
anybody
shouts
helping
out.
Homer?
She's like, "You're safe."
No.
I'm safe. Excellent.
Yeah, she screams that at you.
Excellent. Then I'm going to try to make everyone else safe.
And
You
she's
said
like,
hold on a
"Don't
second.
attack or you'll lose the spell." So basically,
She casts Sanctuary.
yeah, it seems like what she's trying to tell you is as long as you don't act, this spell will protect you. So it's up to you when you give up the protection.
Okay. Well, in that case, okay. That kind of messes with my plans a little bit, Corn, but I appreciate it. I have like
Take
the
a
most
moment to
powerful.
aim or something.
I have
Sorry.
the most powerful attack. Can I do that? I don't think I have that like set up a shot thing, right? That's not a thing that I
I don't
have.
think so.
Well, in that case, I'd like to run towards Homur and maybe be a shield.
All right,
So-
yeah. So yeah, you run away. It's going to try to get an attack on you, but let's see if it can. Unfortunately, it can. It breaks through that barrier, and it's able to hurt you.
You said I was safe.
lied.
You lied.
But it misses you. So
Oh.
yeah. So now you run to the other
Well, that
area.
was a roller coaster of emotions, Pedro.
You burst out of the room. You feel the shield or whatever that spell was, the protection break away and leave you. So now you're clear to act when you get into the other room.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I tried.
Oh wait. So I just moved then, so I can shoot something.
Yes.
All right. Well, let me keep going then. I'm gonna shoot at. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna roll in and shoot at the one that's stuck to the wall and
The ceiling. Yeah.
The ceiling.
Yeah. So you run in.
Oh.
And it's just like trying to rip
It's a-
down.
14.
That's a hit.
Is it? Okay.
Let some moonlight in.
And that will be a 12 damage.
12 damage. All right, so you take the shot. You notice it's not really ripping it apart like you're hoping. That was a great shot, but you're not getting the amount of destruction you wish you were.
Okay.
Yorick, your turn.
I guess we're gonna have to deal with this one. Okay. Let's try that sharp thing again. Ah, crap. 6.
6? No. So take another have at thee, and he says no. Its turn's going to focus on you instead. And that is a successful hit. It deals 7 damage. And then you feel yourself get weaker. You lose 1 point of strength as it kind of pulls a little bit of the life out of you. Odin?
Sorry, real quick. Lose 1 to my modifier or 1 to my base?
1 to your base.
All right.
I shall have to look up what that means.
I'm still behind Yorick, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my bow and fire at it. My bow.
Alright.
Or I don't. That's a 7.
All right. Yeah, so you fire off an
Hit
arrow.
this dang thing.
Invincible.
Use something non-piercing.
So
Well, that's not anything I have, so.
Okay.
I've got all piercing stuff.
Except your fire. Fire.
all right. Give me a second.
We're not setting the train on fire.
No, they're not. What if they're nightmares? Then I've already shot one of them, so the damage isn't going to work as well. Or maybe...
So you watch Corin kind of panic, and then she looks around. She's like, and she says some kind of incantation not familiar with, and then this burst of fire comes off of her infinity sign, and the creature dodges it, and it crashes and hits the window. But yeah, she's getting ready for another one right away.
Good idea, Corin. Fire. That might work.
A fantastic idea.
Homer? It's gonna push it again. All right. Let's see.
Better suggestion is use guidance. Just
Yeah, it's stuck there. It's trying like with everything it can to push through, but it can't. Its turn. It can't. Let's see. You know what it does is it takes a second and it hisses at you one last time, and then it kind of pours itself into a shadow and disappears. Yorick, you hear something from up above you, but you're not sure what it is yet.
What is it with things? trying
New
to get the
round,
drop on
Connor?
me?
Connor sees the one disappear and knows that there's still one because he can hear the commotion, and runs back over to his original room.
Yep. There's one right above you that wants to rip into Yorick.
Okay, and I am I'm going to put away my rifle, having seen that it didn't do as much damage, and try my trusty whip.
All right, everybody, get ready.
Just like the tree. What is that? 9, 6, 15?
15 is a hit.
The whip saves the day again.
D4. Look at that. 8 damage.
8
Slashing.
damage.
Wow.
So you also find like you whip through it, and you know that you've pulled a bit of its off. Like it's kind of looks a little more shallow and thin, but you don't feel like you got everything out of that. Yorick.
Yorick sees all of this, these physical attacks kind of not doing too well, and maybe the fire was a good idea. 14.
14 for what fire?
Fire bolt.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's a hit.
Wonderful.
Are you attacking the one that's right on you or the one above you?
Oh, the one that's above me.
Okay, so you turn around, fire off. That's a hit, and then how much damage?
10. 7.
7. You quickly turn around, respond to the threat above you, and you launch off a streak of fire from your palms as it crashes into it, and then it absolutely like disperses, like, and there's nothing left of it.
Hit it with fire.
All right, you guys. I think fire's the way.
Who's got fire? I'm getting out of the way.
So yeah, Yorick screams like, I think fire, that's the way. And then you watch as a claw of shadow punches through your chest for 9 damage, Yorick.
Still go.
Are you still up?
Oh, man. I am at exactly 0.
Wait, but didn't you have a long rest yet?
Good night.
I did, but that was 7 and 9, and I have 16 max.
And you also lose another point of strength.
Oh, God.
I feel weaker as I die.
Odin, you get a clear shot.
All right, cool. I'm taking the shot with my bow.
Yeah, he no longer has half cover now.
Never mind. It's another 7.
All right, we'll come back. Yeah, do it, Rockapella.
And then it's 7 again, so...
And then... So Corin once again launches off an attack, and this one actually hits, and you watch it almost dissipate. There's hardly any substance to it anymore, and it's kind of screaming and reaching.
Once again, Korn is the main fighting force behind this team.
Homer?
Got any fire?
None.
Fan the flames.
Get out your flint and just
hold it
flint
there.
a little.
Hold it there with your
Yeah,
wind
flint
like you
him
were doing
down,
in the
Homer.
other room.
You got any ideas, Homer?
Homer's thinking about getting Yorick back up.
Thinking
So,
about it.
Okay.
false
Not
life
sure.
or guidance is what I'm thinking. Tell you what, I will give you guidance, and hopefully Corin will get you up.
Okay. So you rush into the room, and you're like, ha! And Corin's eyes light up as if she suddenly has guidance from something. New round, Connor.
Well, I'm
Sorry, Josh.
I'm gonna shoot it anyways, I guess. I mean, why not?
Yep.
20 does 27 hit?
Let me check. And oh yeah, that would do. That'll do.
Does that do anything? Does 17 damage do anything?
It leaves a mark. You take a shot and you disperse it. Just immediately evaporates.
Need to get them fire rounds.
Yeah, what did I say about incendiary, man? We got to get on this. Fill those things with oil.
And that one dissipates as well. But you look down and you see that Yorick is down for the count, and his skin is pale and he looks weaker. And we'll have to stop there.
Oh no.
We can't heal check?
It's more dramatic if we stop here.
It's true. Yeah.
Fine.
He's right.
I mean,
right.
Corin's gonna cast a healing spell right after. But
Don't ruin
there's
it.
another
that
ending that
close-up.
just let's.
The camera slowly pans down on Yorick's ashen face.
Corin quickly heals you for 5 points of non-dramatic hit points.
And just before we cut to black, Yorick's like, "Oh, huh? Oh, okay, I guess I'm fine."
No, it's cool. It's cool. So she helps you up, but that strength is still gone.
I never used it anyway.
Um,
I'm just gonna go around behind York and just keep poking him with
Yep.
guidance
and
every other
then,
minute.
like the doors that are already open, become filled with a couple dwarves that come in. Like, are you all right?
Yeah. We're some shadow assassins.
And they just look at each other, and one of the dwarves comes in and he says, "Let's go down to the front and let's talk about what's going on. You're all okay though?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right.
For a
Anyone?
moment.
Yeah.
Our friend is hurt.
Yep, they help you and they escort you back. What's up? I see you keep doing this, Homer. I don't know if this is your number one
Oh, that's
or you need to go.
that's the inside poke. Yeah.
That's
He
giving
just-
him
he
the
just keeps
die
he keeps
forward.
reaching.
to
Keeps
his
stuttering
ability
out,
score check.
Every time he pokes him, he falls down.
I'm missing something.
Well, it gives you a +4 to an ability check. Not a static +4, it's a die 4. So sometimes it'll bring you up to normal, sometimes it won't be. Sometimes
guidance.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Also,
So I mean,
the
Yorick
case with just
struggles with the doors, but I don't think he has to make a check for it. Yeah.
No, the door's already
Those
open.
are
Like,
really heavy.
Yeah, also, I just want to make sure I have my pipe with me. I might have left that in the cabin just so.
okay. Yep. So you guys get the necessary supplies, and these extremely helpful
I
dwarves.
don't like how helpful they are.
Insight
lead
check.
No, you can do an insight check next time. They lead you
Okay.
down to the front of the jump rail, and yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for hanging out and watching us figure out how to play Dungeons and Dragons one more time. Because even I've got like D&D Beyond up, and I'm like, of course that's how it works. Yes. Yeah, it's like one or two times you guys kind of stumped me, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're interested in more World Walkers type stuff, we have a podcast with a group of cartoonists that play. That is on worldwalkerspodcast.com. We have a Twitter
And
feed.
as far as they know, they have not killed dogs.
This is true. They are so far
Spay and neuter your pets, everybody.
O for X on dog murder. So at World Walkers Pod on Twitter, you can find us there as well. Also, one of our own, Brian, has his own D&D game that he also live streams. Go ahead and give him the URL because I always screw it up.
Yeah, speaking of which, we are streaming this Saturday coming up at 8:30 Eastern Time at twitch.tv/awfulgoodcrew.
Cool. And I think right now, if you listen to all the episodes, you can find them on iTunes and other podcast type services. If you listen to
very true.
all of them and then catch up before Saturday, you'll be
You will be
completely caught up.
live.
Yeah, you'll
You
be able to
sure
see the next
will.
game live.
We're running ragged. I mean, just trying to get everybody caught up. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, to find out what happens.
We do have one more slot open for this game.
And we do, yes. There's actually, if you're interested, if you head to patreon.com/worldwalkers and you want to become a member, there's all kinds of perks you can get for supporting the podcast and the stream. But the highest level is reserved for our last slot. We actually, this is a group of 5. We currently have 4. But we're looking to fix that. So if you like what you saw today and you want to get into D&D, it doesn't matter if you know how to play or not. It doesn't matter if you're greatly experienced and just want to kind of hang out.
If you like to kill dogs,
If if you
That's
are,
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If you really like to
If you want
imaginary
some
kill
loyal
dogs,
friends and companions to back you up and know they will always support you.
yeah.
In your dog killing endeavors.
Yeah, this is your chance to jump in there. The group is actually heading to the least explored areas of Cog right now, so that's pretty
Yay.
exciting. I'm really
Will there
excited
be
to
any
kind of.
dungeons and/or dragons?
I don't know.
Oh man.
So we'll
And
see.
we would have skipped over it entirely, except we're poor.
But again, yeah. Yeah. So thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
bye.